we green now? Check 1, 2.
Ten years ago, a Cowgirl's Kennel opened with a unique approach to dog boarding. At a Cowgirl's Kennel, your dog will stay in a 12 by 12 area. Let me say that again. Your dog will stay in a 12-foot by 12-foot area. That's larger than most guest bedrooms. If you have more than one dog, they can stay together. Their professional staff will give you the peace of mind so you can enjoy your trip. A Cowgirl's Kennel is not just for dogs. They can accommodate your cat in their brand new catchawary. Make your reservations today at 940-600-2853. Your dogs will thank you for it. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
Hi, I'm Jackie Collins, and I am a wellness coach and owner of the Bearcat Nutrition Den. Do you want more energy to feel great, lose weight, and improve health? If your answer is yes, then get in touch today. Get your day started with the delicious healthy meal replacement shake and energizing tea. Come and see me today at the Nutrition Den located at 432 South Highway 377, Pilot Point, Texas. I'm Jackie Collins, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a Webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point Webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly to the community of Pilot Point, our Webcast ads are the way to go. Contact us today and we'll find an advertising opportunity that fits your budget. Don't miss your chance to be part of a winning team. Go Bearcats! For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night. Uncle Beto's is ready to serve all you hungry football fans. Uncle Beto's is a family-owned and operated business proudly supporting the Pilot Point Bearcats. Located in Pilot Point, Texas, the Chandler family has been making custom cabinets for over 40 years. As a team, Chandler Cabinets is committed to designing and building the perfect cabinets for you. They will make the process comfortable and stress-free by personally guaranteeing a superior product built on the standard of superior craftsmanship and immaculate customer satisfaction. From concept to completion, perfect form and function. Chandler Cabinets is an award-winning company with a reputation for consistent innovation at the highest level of design. You can find more information on Chandler Cabinets at chandlercabinets.net or on their Facebook page, Chandler Cabinets. Chandler Cabinets, 40 years of excellence. Are you looking to build that dream home or barn-dough? CS Designs offers a complete range of design services. CS Designs products range from general drawing services to commercial and residential blueprints, as well as 3D renderings and virtual reality walkthroughs. Let Cole Stewart and the CS Design team design you a beautiful progressive home or building that translates your ideas into an outstanding reality. Visit their website at csdesignstx.com or give them a call at 940-365-4048. Hey Bearcat fans, living in North Texas, you know all about bad weather. When bad weather does strike, look no further than James Floyd's Custom Roofing and Construction. Custom Roofing and Construction has built their business off of quality work and customer referrals. Let their friendly and knowledgeable staff ensure the project runs smoothly from start to finish. You can visit Custom Roofing and Construction on their website, customroofingdallas.com, or give them a call at 214-274-8353.
Established in 2004, Ernesto's Fine Mexican Food has continued preserving its original home-style cooking and hospitable touch. Ernesto's family has roots in Mexico as well as Texas ties. Relying on those roots, Ernesto created his unique menu. Offering a variety of Tex-Mex favorites as well as Mexican specialties, Ernesto's won't let you down. So join them for home cooking, or as they say, Comida Cesar, in family-style service. Located at 10279 Farm Market 455 East, Suite 100, or at the corner of 455 and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. They look forward to seeing you, and go Bearcats.
Fit Body Gym in Aubrey, Texas, owned by Mike and Becky Phillips, is your one-stop shop for all your fitness needs. At Fit Body Gym, we specialize in one-on-one training, small group training, and sport-specific training for people of all ages. We work hard to get you the results you need, whether that be weight loss, toning, building muscle, or just wanting to live a healthier lifestyle. Stop by Fit Body Gym today, located at 106 North Highway 377, or call 972-768-9994.
Do you need a maintenance check or emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit? Fowler Air is available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Fowler Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing you with a full consultation, explaining all your available options so that you can choose the system that's right for your home or business. Give Fowler Air a call today at 817-487-2286 and schedule your service. That's Fowler Air, 817-487-2286. Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats!
Russell Pelzel with Hometown Pharmacy has built a reputation on providing only excellent service and support to the Pilot Point community. You can depend on Hometown Pharmacy to deliver the best customer service along with a selection of quality healthcare products. When you use Hometown Pharmacy, you will work with a knowledgeable and understanding staff who will help you find the right products and solutions tailored to fit your lifestyle, as well as equipment that will integrate into your daily life. Contact Hometown Pharmacy at 940-686-0123. Independent Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independent's business banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC. I'm Chance Kirby, the broker at Irick Real Estate. Don't let just anyone handle the single largest investment that your family may ever make. Trust that process to a local office that knows the area and will handle your transaction ethically and responsibly. You can find Irick Real Estate at pilotpoint.com or feel free to call me directly at 940-300-6900. Irick Real Estate, serving the area since 1952. Enjoy that old-time country feel at the Martin General Store, located in downtown Pilot Point on the historic Pilot Point Square. The best way to describe the general store is it has a little bit of everything, from Circle-Y candles to specialty jams, dressings, sauces, home decor, kitchen decor, goat's milk soap, jewelry, a large assortment of old-time candy, nostalgic toys and books, pet toys and treats, greeting cards and gift wrap. She also serves cold drinks, and last but not least, Beth Marie's ice cream. That's Martin General Store, a little bit of everything. Maverick Fasteners is your go-to stocking distributor, carrying a full line of fasteners including bolts, nuts, sockets, screws, washers, pins, keys, hex caps, threaded rod, and other fastener-related products. Maverick Fasteners is centrally located in the U.S., which allows them to ship quickly and consistently worldwide, offering same-day shipping on all orders received by 12 p.m. Central Time. Learn more about Maverick Fasteners at mavfast.com.
Hey Bearcat fans, this is Coach Marsh. I know that whenever practice is over and I get home late, the first place I think of is Nick's Italian. You can go to Nick's Italian or you can call it at 940-686-2520. You get great quality food at a great price, not to mention the friendly service that you receive from Nick and his staff. Nick's has been family owned and operated since 2003. You can find the restaurant at 1340 South Highway 377 in Pilot Point, Texas. Support a veteran-owned business in Nick's Italian. Call Nick's Italian and they'll take care of you. Go Bearcats.
Curtis and Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. Peacock family wants to wish all students in the Pilot Point ISD a great 2021-22 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality of students here in Pilot Point. It is always a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcat.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats 2021 football season. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card, custom designed with the Pilot Point High School logo on the front. Visit pointbank.com to know more. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Shawn family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Palese. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States at dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series. We train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Rhine Construction has been in the business for over 20 years. They offer an extended array of custom barns, buildings, fencing, and barn dominiums. Custom work by Rhine Construction is full service. From design to completion, they ensure your vision becomes a reality. Rhine Construction provides free estimates for your metal building or fencing project. Contact Rhine Construction to turn your project on paper into a beautiful barn, shop, home, or fence at allenrheineconstruction@gmail.com or call Allen at 940-367-4698.
Pelzel Barbershop and Salon and Southern Junkies has been home of the Bearcats since 1973. Whether you are looking for a classic crew cut or the perfect game day outfit, we have you covered. We carry a few fan favorite brands including Hey Dude Shoes, Judy Blue Jeans, Z Supply Clothing, and Orleans Candle Company. Come check us out on the north side of the square in downtown Paula Point or online at www.southernjunkies.com, and that is Junkies with a Z. And don't forget, go Bearcats!
Connect your life to the world with Speed of Light Broadband. In the age of information, the internet is no longer a convenience or luxury. It is an essential element of the human experience. The internet has changed the way we think about and interact with the world. At Speed of Light Broadband, we unite communities to this universe of information through fixed, high-speed wireless broadband connections. Speed of Light Broadband's internet service is faster and more reliable than DSL or satellite connections. Speed of Light Broadband. We bring your home and your community into the digital future. Sunset Pools of North Texas helps people build custom pools for their perfect backyards. Even if the perfect backyard includes an outdoor kitchen, fire pit, or more, Sunset Pools of North Texas does it all. Shane Blagg, the owner, is a proud Bearcat alum who has built pools in the Pilot Point area for over a decade now. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Sunset Pools of North Texas, where your backyard dreams become a reality. You can visit Sunset Pools at sunsetpoolsntx.com. That's sunsetpoolsntx.com.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with the mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 JC Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats!
This is Shannon Stafford with Whitney Delcourt of Irick Real Estate. Whitney Delcourt is my real estate professional for all my commercial land and real estate needs. Whitney always demonstrates the highest ethical, moral, and professional integrity. Whitney's impressive market knowledge, her hard-working, customer-focused style, and Whitney's professional service makes Whitney Delcourt the best choice to be your real estate professional.
I can't hear anything. I can't hear Ryan other than through my own ears.
10 years ago, a Cowgirl's Kennel opened with a unique approach.
How about now? There we go.
Yeah.
At a Cowgirl's Kennel, your dog will stay in a 12 by 12 area. Let me say that again. Your dog will stay in a 12-foot by 12-foot area. That's larger than most guest bedrooms. If you have more than one dog, they can stay together. Their professional staff will give you the peace of mind so you can enjoy your trip. A Cowgirl's Kennel is not just for dogs. They can accommodate your cat in their brand new catchuary. Make your reservations today at 940-600-2853. Your dogs will thank you for it. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
Hi, I'm Jackie Collins, and I am a wellness coach and owner of the Bearcat Nutrition Den. Do you want more energy to feel great, lose weight, and improve health? If your answer is yes, then get in touch today. Get your day started with the delicious healthy meal replacement shake and energizing tea. Come and see me today at the Nutrition Den located at 432 South Highway 377, Pilot Point, Texas. I'm Jackie Collins, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a Webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point Webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly
Welcome to this week's Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. We're going to spend the first half of this show recapping some of what we saw last Friday night in DeKalb. Go through the stat leaders, kind of the box score on the scoring summary. Dive into what we saw that night from the team, and then dive into, I'm sure, what everybody is who wasn't there and was there. Everybody who's been involved in this one way or another wants to hear more about how that game ended with the officiating and what our thoughts on that are. When we get through that, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back for previewing Gunter. Gunter's a bit more of a familiar opponent, so not quite so new to us, but we'll get into that in the back half of the show. So let's start the show by highlighting the situation and how we actually ended up in DeKalb. So, we're supposed to play our home opener 2 weeks ago. The week prior to our matchup in DeKalb against All Saints, private school at home. Getting ready for the matchup. I'm getting ready to, I'm grabbing my things. I'm getting ready to leave in the next, hour or so. And I get a call saying, hey, there's some stuff going on. The game has been canceled tonight, which I know, really unfortunate circumstances what led to that, but everybody was fine and just kind of got an impromptu night off, bye week. The unfortunate thing about that is that next week, which was last week, was our scheduled bye week, so it left Coach Marsh and the Bearcats scrambling for a game. This was supposed to be DeKalb's homecoming. They had a game scheduled, and I guess Monday evening their opponent canceled due to COVID, so it left both programs looking for a game, and DeKalb actually posted on Twitter. The athletic director posted on Twitter saying, hey, anybody needs a game, we need a game. And Travis Marsh told me he saw that on Twitter, and he just responded with the famous gif of Forrest Gump waving at Lieutenant Dan from the boat, from the shrimping boat. Yeah, said, hey, we're open to it. So they got in touch and they made this thing happen. So we bust out to DeKalb Friday night. When I pulled it up on the internet, and the moment I got there and I saw the stadium, some of the surroundings of the stadiums are different. It's not right off a highway. They have kind of a different concession stand situation. But when you look at the field and the stands and the press box and everything about the playing surface, it reminded me of Massey Stadium prior to the turf. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, the same color scheme, the orange and black. Ryan, it was really reminiscent of Massey, and especially the old Massey with the natural grass, because they're still rocking the natural grass out there in DeKalb. The only thing that I really noticed that was different is they had quite the crown in the middle of the field, for the water to run off on the sides, and the grass was not exactly up to, in my day, would have been Coach Lenny Gray's standard of grass keeping, because he spent many an hour out there taking care of that grass at Massey, and it was immaculate when we were playing. Theirs was cut a little bit longer, and it may have messed up our timing in our passing game. Honestly, in a few situations, I thought the guys didn't look as fast as they normally do on turf, and that might have played a role in some of the timing issues in our passing game. But man, you said it. It looked like the same builder, the same architectural crew put that stadium together that put Massey together.
The stands were pretty much the same size, same look. The press box, they had their windows. On their windows, they had some black siding around their windows. Outside of that, the press box was the same. Like I said, you just open, close your eyes, dropped off the middle, and open it, and you're like, hey, this looks a lot like Massey. So, kind of didn't feel like we were 3 hours away from home, But that takes us into the game. Let's go through kind of the box score and some of the drive summaries here, or the scoring summaries here. Game started off with a bang. I was concerned on how we were going to start, what our energy level was going to be like after a long drive on a kind of a weird week. And Ashton Kirby takes the opening kickoff back for a touchdown. Pretty much untouched. It was just a good blocking, good return right down their sideline. And we get their homecoming kicked off with a Pilot Point kickoff return for a touchdown. After that, we're in the gate. It's the first time that we've actually executed the swinging gate this year. The first time we attempted. We went for 2 and we converted. Gave us an 8-0 lead. DeKalb responded to that with the same quarterback-type power run that Plainview got us on a few times, where they kind of lead a couple running backs through a hole and follow with the quarterback. We hit the running backs, but nobody's left there for the quarterback. They take that in for 6, and they go for 2, and they convert. That happened early in the second quarter, though. So early in the second quarter, it was 8-8. And then the Bearcats made a couple stops and got in the end zone a couple times. Both 1-yard runs, one by Ish Harris. We kicked the extra point there, made it 15-8. And then on the following drive, Wyatt Smith had a real short touchdown run as well, kind of like a quarterback sneak type situation. Kick that extra point. So we go into half up 22-8. We're going to get into what we saw from the team up to that point, but score-wise and how the game was unfolding, I felt like the lead could have been more, but I was on the phone at halftime, and I was telling my wife, this is we got another half to play, so we'll see what happens, but I feel fine about where we're at. 22-8, with no inclination that the game was going to turn one way or another.
Exactly.
And then that leads us to the second half where we kick off to them. We get a quick 3-and-out. They give the ball to us. And something you hit on a little earlier, maybe some timing issues in the passing game. We kind of go 3-and-out real quick and punt it right back. And that gives DeKalb their first of 2 consecutive really long drives. The first one was 16 plays, well over 8 minutes for them to get into the end zone. And they cut the lead from 22-8 to, I think it was 22-16. I think they went for 2 and got it as well. So now it's a 6-point game. And then they go on. Pop Point gets the ball back. I think we got a first down or 2, but ultimately had to punt. And then that led to another very similar drive, 14-15 plays. DeKalb punches in the end zone, and they kick an extra point to take a 23-22 lead with under 2 minutes to go, right?
Yeah, and they got a key, it wasn't at the drive, they got a key pass interference call, I think on Wyatt, over the middle there that was questionable, and it was on 4th down.
Couple penalties on that drive. You're right. I'm glad you highlighted that, because if the traveling party wasn't huge, but I will tell you the Bearcat traveling party that made it, they were pretty loud. They were pretty vocal. And on that drive, I think you started to sense some frustration from the parents, because some of the calls were, at this point in the game, the officiating I didn't think was terrible, but some key calls were kind of going against the Bearcats, and we saw some things on the other way. And I remember this specifically on that touchdown that kind of gave them the go-ahead. There was what I thought was a pretty obvious hold at the point of attack on the left side that was totally uncalled after a few key calls on the Bearcats. And so at that point, like you said, you start feeling the attitude in our stands start to turn. They're letting the referees have it at this point, which, it is what it is. High school football, they're doing their best. But, at the same time, you're starting to see a pattern develop, right? And the parents are just pointing it out.
Absolutely.
Bearcats get the ball under 2 minutes to go, and, I think they've oh, no, this got away from us. We better wake up. And they do. They went right down the field. They did have a big 4th down that was converted on a pass from Wyatt Smith to Crew Chandler on a crossing route. Converted it. Got us deep into the red zone. And with 22 seconds left, Wyatt Smith, with his second rushing touchdown of the night, puts us in the end zone and puts us up 28-22. So 6 points. No, wait. I take it back. It wasn't 22. It was 28-23. So it was a 5-point game.
Yeah, they made.
And I think we went for 2 to try to make it 7. We went for 2 to try to make it 7. And we did not convert, which made it a 5-point game. And that was, 22 seconds left. Okay, all you got to do, cover a kick, maybe defend 1 or 2 passes, and we're good. And we looked at each other and said, surely they're not going to kick it deep. And we kicked it deep right to DeKalb's best player, Winky Williams, who really we'd kept bottled up all night. And we bottled him up. We surrounded him. We got our arms around him. We wrapped him up. We slung him down. And this is where it starts to get wild, because after the tackle was made, I looked at you, and we both kind of took a deep sigh of relief. You even put your hand on your chest. Man, that was. Yeah. And then we look on the field, and Winky Williams is running down their sideline with the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And our players are chasing after him, and we're trying to figure out what happened. And our stands, they're losing it. Our coaching staff is losing it. The players are screaming. Finally, we push him out of bounds at our own 22-yard line with 7 seconds left. I believe even the official on the Bearcat sideline started running in to mark Winky down and had brought the whistle to his mouth and started to blow the whistle. It wasn't a full-blown loud whistle, but I think he saw the runner down.
Yeah.
It was obvious, it seemed obvious. We started, breathing, oh, great, we're good. Well, apparently one of the officials told Travis Marsh that his knee wasn't even close to the ground. He was never even close to down. And on the broadcast, it was clear as day. And if anybody who follows any of the PilotPointBearcats.com social media has seen the still shot that Chance got of him clearly being down. And the thing that gets me about it was it wasn't deep in a pile. He was at the back of a pile, multiple refs should have had their eyes on it, and how they all missed it. I think the one on the Bearcat sideline saw it, and why he didn't go in and say, hey, guys, I saw it, but maybe he didn't because he was the one closest to our stands taking some of this abuse, Yeah. But okay, we've survived that. Now there's 22 seconds left. Just got to defend the pass. Roll out, Hail Mary situation. The kid throws it up. We're there. We're standing there. We're covering. No big deal. We're in position. It's great. And a push off from the receiver that I want to dive into more in a little bit, but there was some contact in the end zone. Receiver comes down with it, real controversial. They rule it a touchdown. That gives them a 1-point lead with 1 second left, and they go for 2 to try to make it 3 points, and they do not convert. And that left it 29-28 with 1 second left. The Bearcat return team did a smart job and just caught the line drive kick and immediately fell, gave us 1 play on offense, couldn't get it done. And so after all of that, we go to the cab and take a loss 29-28. The stat leaders on the game, Wyatt Smith, 11 of 20 for 123 yards. Ish Harris, 141 yards and a touchdown on 16 carries. Leading receiver for this was Crew Chandler. He caught the sophomore, right? I believe Crew's a sophomore.
Yes.
6 catches, 94 yards. He was kind of the go-to guy, running a lot of crossing routes. So, there's a lot to talk about before you get into some of the officiating at the end on what kind of really got us to this point. I had said at the top of the show I was concerned about what the energy level was going to be, mostly to start the game after the long bus ride. That my nerves are kind of put to ease with the opening kickoff return. But it kind of reverted back. I felt like there was a real lack of urgency, lack of energy coming from the Bearcat sideline that I think kind of fed into keeping DeKalb into this game. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. I mean, to me, the entire game had a strange feel to it. Of course, the circumstances leading up to the game didn't even know who we were playing until late Tuesday, obviously. And then, maybe we had a sigh of relief when Aston took that opening kickoff to the house and kind of took the excitement out of the homecoming for them, because as we talked during the game, their stands were pretty quiet in that first half. And then a large part of the second, third quarters, it had that eerie feeling of like the Whitesboro game from last year, just low energy, just like the flow of the game just wasn't going either direction really. But then things really started to click offensively for DeKalb, in that third quarter, and they started establishing their offensive identity, and they were kind of nickeling and diming the Bearcats to death with their little diamond pistol formation and the fakes and everything. And then and as we discussed, that the officiating really started going their direction there the last couple of drives, and man, it was just such a strange outcome. And like you said, we had a nice little 22-8 halftime lead. I think we like our track record coming out of halftime, making adjustments and keeping our foot on the gas, but it just wasn't there. It wasn't meant to be last Friday.
Yeah, this game had a real feel of you see this a lot in college football, especially when good teams go on the road and play teams that aren't up to their standard. One of two things generally happens. So like the good team shows up and they put it on the other team early, and the other team is expecting that, and they kind of just say, okay, it is what we thought. They go into a shell, and it's kind of a rout. The other thing that happens sometimes is that team that's clearly the better team shows up, doesn't play with full energy, lets the home team hang around, and the next thing you know, you're midway through the fourth quarter on their field, you're in homecoming, and you could feel the energy for the whole game on both sides was pretty low. But about a little bit into that fourth quarter, it starts getting loud over on their sideline, loud over in their stands. Their energy level, you could see, took a major jump. And that was strictly because, we let them hang around, and then trying to put that cat back in the bag once it's come out is a tall task. So there wasn't the officiating up to those last two plays of the game. I would kind of mark it as, hey, it's high school officiating. They're out here, they're doing their best, they're not perfect, they're going to make mistakes. There were some calls that, I didn't feel like were totally egregious. If the only call I'm sitting here talking about is the pass interference that we got called on us and the hold that they didn't get called on them, I'm not even bringing the officials up in this podcast here. I'm not even going to bring it up because there were many other issues. And they, like I said, high school officials, they're doing this part-time, okay. But the kickoff is what was really concerning because it was not like in the middle of a pile where you couldn't see. I actually was able to pull the clip off of YouTube and do a screen record on my phone. I've watched it a few times. It's wide out in the open. It is not hidden. 2 or 3 receivers had to have referees, at least 2 referees had to have a clear line of sight. How they missed it, how they refused to get together to really discuss and get the call right is kind of the first really alarming thing to me. Like, got to get that call right. But in the end, he didn't take it for a touchdown. We pushed him out at the 22. So you have kind of a lackluster effort. You have some bad calls that have went against you to this point. All you had to do was make a tackle and a kickoff, and you did that, but the referees took that from you. But it's okay. There's 7 seconds left. They're on your own 22. They don't throw the ball very well, especially when you know they're throwing the ball. All right, we all know what's coming. Nobody was surprised when the snap came and they rolled out right to throw the ball. And they threw the ball into the end zone. And I think Aston was the corner. There was another defender close to the area. And they're standing in the end zone waiting for this ball to come down. It's not a sharply thrown ball. It's almost like one of those jackpot, where you throw the ball up to a big group of kids and somebody catches it. It's kind of what the scenario is. And that receiver, you don't get to see it really good on the YouTube because the camera is following the ball. But that receiver, like, full body pushes his arms and legs into this push. Both hands pushes Aston. Aston actually could have done a kind of a better job selling it, which is a lot of big complaints I have when I watch professional sports, is like the overselling of penalties. Yeah. When it's like, you probably could have actually fought through that if you tried. This was the opposite of that. This was Aston, even though he was having 2 hands with this kid's full effort exerting force on him, he's still trying to make a play on the ball. But after the kid pushes him, he's standing there all alone, catches the ball in the end zone. And the referee is standing 3 yards from them, staring at the play. Yeah, I distinctly remember as soon as the guy caught the ball, there wasn't, at least from us, there wasn't like a huge reaction from us because we all just was like, oh, that's okay, pass interference, no big deal. It's coming, yeah. And after about 3 seconds, when it became clear that there was not a flag coming, I don't yell at the referees. I don't throw big fits over much. But if we would have gotten on air, which was its own ordeal, we probably would have got our homer call that you and I talk about all the time.
Yeah,
with that call because I had
in a bad direction there, in a losing way.
Yeah, because I was up on top of stands with my laptop, like both arms up in the air, just yelling, and everybody in the stands was just losing it. I have never seen a more egregious, more obvious call that, they kind of go back to, I said, these are high school officials, they're doing their best, this and that. All that is out the window. This was the most obvious thing I have ever seen. The referee was just mere feet away from it, watching the play. How we ended up not getting a call there is beyond me. So they score a touchdown, go up 1 with 1 second left. The PAT or 2-point conversion kind of irrelevant at that point. I guess they went for 2. They didn't convert. I don't remember the play because I was still up in arms about I couldn't believe what just happened. Line drive kickoff after that, and we just, we had 1 play to try to go 55 yards. And it was a loss. There's a lot to unpack there for the coaching staff and the players. The energy level, all that was, I think, more to blame than the officials. But one thing I said to a few people after the game is, you overcome the travel, you overcome the poor energy, you overcame some calls along the way, you were in position to make the play at the end. There was an obvious foul. Referees, turned a blind eye, and you took the loss. But you live and you learn. As we're going to get into the next segment, there was a lot from this first week, or this last week, that the Bearcats can take from their matchup with the Cab and move into our matchup this Friday night with Gunter. So, you have any final thoughts on what I was just going through in the last week?
Yeah, Ryan, and I'm sure you'll come across this when you coach Red's team as it gets older. But one thing I try to tell my youth teams that I coach over the years is that just don't let it come down to the end. Don't let it come down to 2 points or a close game at the end in a basketball game or football game. Try to win it early and run away with it, and then you don't have to worry about officials or anything else. And in most cases you tell the kids, hey, that they're we're both playing with the same officials, but there was a lot of things went against us, went against our Bearcats on Friday night. But on a positive note, it's early in the season. You can learn a lot from it, and hopefully they come back even more hungry after the loss.
Yeah, so that'll be seen this Friday night, what the Bearcats learned from it in their matchup with Gunter. We're going to step away for a minute. We're going to come back with the preview to this Friday night's home opener. We'll be back after this.
Hey Bearcat fans, living in North Texas, you know all about bad weather. When bad weather does strike, look no further than James Floyd's Custom Roofing and Construction. Custom Roofing and Construction has built their business off of quality work and customer referrals. Let their friendly and knowledgeable staff ensure the project runs smoothly from start to finish. You can visit Custom Roofing and Construction on their website, customroofingdallas.com, or give them a call at 214-274-8353.
And we're back to the Custom Roofing and Construction Bearcat pregame show. We're about to preview this week's matchup against Gunter. It's kind of late for the home opener, but it'll be the home opener considering our what was scheduled as our home opener didn't actually happen, and we played last week on the road. So this home opener will be a much more familiar opponent considering the two we faced and the other one that was on the schedule at this point. Gunter, have a long history with Gunter. We've played Gunter 26 times in school history. With the matchup against a 2, Pilot Point leads the all-time series, 20 wins, 5 losses, and 1 tie. That sounds all good. That sounds like one program dominant over another. But the alarming stat of that 25-1 record is in the last 5 matchups, the Bearcats are 0-5 against Gunter. So how, knowing what I know about the Gunter program, playing the games I played against the Gunter Tigers, seeing some of the games that they've played against other opponents, how we rattled off 20 wins and 1 tie in our first 21 meetings is pretty impressive, because that's, as long as I've seen it, been a pretty salty program.
Yeah, and they really view us, I think, as a rivalry. Because they're not that far away from Pilot Point, so I think they always kind of looked up to our program. But nowadays they've got it rolling, man. They're on fire.
Well, speaking of getting it rolling, I know they've been playing good football for quite a while. I just went back the last 2 seasons, 2019, 15-1, the eventual state champions. Their only loss was to Pottsboro, who I believe played for a state championship that year. So Pottsboro is 3A Division I, which is what we are. Gunter was 3A Division II, so the fact that their only loss was a really close loss to the bigger schools, state runner-up, that's a pretty good football team. We played them that year, and they shut us out 35-0. That game was, I believe, in Pilot Point in 2019. 2020 last year, we played them again. They went 13-2 last year. They were the state runner-up. We played them at that beautiful new facility out there in Prosper, if you remember that. It was kind of I think Prosper wanted a trial run pre-COVID. I think the stadium was brand new. I don't think they'd played any games there yet, so they wanted to see what it would be like with people and COVID precautions. That game was 30-7. What I remember about that is the score was 30-7. It wasn't really a close game. I was really impressed with the Bearcats' effort level, which is a big thing coming into this week after the effort level we saw last week. I remember up the 3 games up to that point, we had won. I believe we'd won them all, or the 2 games up to that point, we'd won both of them, but the effort level was inconsistent from half to half. 30-7 loss that week, but it wasn't an effort loss. Gunter was a pretty good football team, but we had a really good effort that night. I was really pleased with the effort put out by the Bearcats. It was a stepping stone to build for us to go into district. This year so far, Gunter started off right where they've left off. They're 3-0, outscored opponents 122-21 in those 3 games. That's an average of 41-7. They have allowed exactly 7 points in all 3 games. So it's going to be a test for both the Bearcat offense going against a really tough defense, and then that Bearcat defense, which is, kind of had some moments so far this year against Plainview and DeKalb to where the other team was able to keep the ball away from them for 7-8 minutes at a time. This offense is pretty much the same offense we've seen from Gunter in the past, pretty much the same offense we just got done watching the last 2 games Pilot Point has played. So it's going to be more of the same. Let's see what, it's going to be big to see what the Bearcats front can do to try to slow down Gunter. But to get into more of the specifics, John, let's talk about more in detail what the Gunter offense looks like and what the Gunter defense looks like.
Sure, Ryan. So on offense, Gunter runs that possession-type offense, and they've got home run threats all over the place. They're a very experienced team this year. Their base offense is the pistol, but it's not the pistol that DeKalb runs. DeKalb, like the 3 running backs in the backfield, their base offense is really pistol, double wing, but then they will spread out and run multiple formations off that and throw the ball. Their quarterback, which I'll get into, Hudson Graham, he's a senior. He's already committed to Texas Tech, so he's legit. And they execute their offense extremely well. They prefer to run the ball, but over the last 2 years, their passing game really has improved, especially under that quarterback. And they've got experienced wide receivers. And according to Max Prep stats, of course, they're not always 100% accurate, but they're averaging 108 passing yards a game and 390 yards on the ground per game. They've already got 1,170 rushing yards on the season, so they really prefer to run the ball. And they're going to run some clock as well, but they're certainly capable of big plays, and we'll get into those guys later. You want to talk about what defense they run?
Well, before I do that, I want to just talk about some of the stats. I noticed they had 12 different players carry the football so far this year. So they're a smaller school. I hadn't seen a roster yet, but I mean, how many running backs do they even have on the roster? They have 12 kids have carried the ball so far. Yeah, well, I've showed they've got 8 returning starters on both sides of the ball, and contrast that to the year before. Last year they were returning 4 on offense and 3 on defense. So they're a lot more experienced, and I think you know how it goes when things are going well, then you get kids that want to join the program. So I'm sure, every kid that had an inkling of playing football is joining up because they're number 2 in state, and they've got a real good chance to win that Division II state championship this year in 3A. Yeah, well, I mean, as always, this coach Fowler, he's got a good staff over there, got a good team. Hudson Graham, tell me, I mean, he's committed to Tech. What is he going to play at Tech? Do you know? I mean, is he committed as a quarterback or as an athlete? He's committed as a quarterback, and he's in his Twitter handle says he's an Elite 11 quarterback. He's he's 6'1", 180. Says he runs a 4.6. If you remember back to last year's game, Ryan, you remember he ran the ball so many times in that first half. We were watching him, and he was almost limping into the locker room after the first half. He didn't carry the ball once in the second half. Yeah. Then they went away from it because I think he had a little conversation with the trainer and said, "Hey, I'm not going to hold up if we keep this up for the second half." So he didn't run the ball as many, at all. I think maybe one time in the second half, but they rely heavily on that guy, and he's going to be a good player, I think, at Tech, whether it's defensive back or quarterback or whatever. So they're averaging 14 pass attempts a game, which, is kind of funny in this day and age of football and what everybody thinks. Well, that's not very many. I imagine for a Gunter Tiger program, 14 pass attempts a game is quite a bit. It might be a record for their program. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have specifics on the Gunter defense other than they're going to be real disciplined and tough? Oh, well, absolutely they are. Their base is a 4-4 or a split, whatever you want to call it, and they run generally cover 3 behind that.
It's pretty vanilla, but very effective. They're all great tacklers, and I'll get into it. But they got the same kid from last year. It's Ashton Bennett, number 32, is their stud linebacker / defensive end, and they got Hudson Graham, Ethan Sloan, and Cole Lemons are all two-way players that are very talented. And they're not overly blitzing or anything like that. I think they've averaged 2 sacks a game. And they've got a few turnovers, but they're just sound. They get you in 3 and outs constantly. So it's going to be absolutely tough. And like you said, they're only giving up 7 points a game. And that's as we talked last year, we were just hoping the Bearcats would get on the board, because I think the 2 years prior to that we had we got blanked, we got goose egged. So it's going to be tough sledding on Friday night for sure.
So watching them, they seem like the same program they were in 08 and 09 when I played them in playoff games. And I just remember their defense, we were better than them both years. They really gave us a run for our money in 08, though. They caught us at a time where we had some injuries. It was a bit tough, and we persevered. But even my 09, we were quite a bit better than them. But, they made you earn everything. And that's one thing that I've talked about. If you're going up against a team that is more power than you, it's got more. You can't give them anything. You got to make them earn everything, because it's one thing I liked about the Bearcat defense is, hey, 14, 15, 16 play drives. Yeah, you get worn out as a defense, but that's 16 opportunities for the offense to make a mistake, as opposed to, hey, they went 70 yards in 4 plays and scored a touchdown. That's, a quarter of the opportunities, because these offenses rely on misdirections and these weird handoffs of the pistol. They do put the ball on the ground sometimes, so giving them more snaps, more hands-off, more exchanges, more ups the opportunity for them to make a mistake. But the line of scrimmage is going to be important this week, and with that being said, let's go into what your players to watch this week are.
Yeah, Ryan, for our Pilot Point Bearcats, I'm going to start with our guy, Curly Brockman. Haven't really highlighted him yet up to this point, but he's the leading tackler for the team, and we're not going to. I don't think we're going to rely too heavily on him offensively, but defensively, man, he's going to have the game of his life, because, like you said, out of that pistol, they run a lot of fakes, run some triple option. I mean, we've got to tackle these guys. We've got to be sure about it, and so I expect him to be in double digits again and get him in motion, and they'll throw him the ball as well, and then he'll play some defensive back. And then the guy that we talked about at quarterback, Hudson Graham, number 1. He's their senior, 6'1", 180 pounds, runs a 4.6, Texas Tech commit, like we said. And, man, he's a real dual threat. He's only got 325 yards passing, but he's thrown for 5 touchdowns and only 1 interception so far in the season, so he's very efficient. He's run the ball 30 times for 276 yards, so he's averaging 9.2 yards per carry. And I think offensively total they're averaging like 9.4. As a team. So, man, they run the ball well. And, of course, Hut's favorite targets are going to be number 8, Ethan Sloan, and number 9, Cole Lemons. And Cole Lemons is a senior, and he scored on us last year as well. He's their taller receiver target. That's all I got for players of the game.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm pretty interested to see the line of scrimmage this week, because I know Gunter doesn't have a ton of big kids. We don't have a ton of big kids. One of the players that I think have really seen a lot out of last week was Rhine, working with Coach Phillips at Fit Body. I felt like he made some plays this last week in the backfield. And another guy who I hadn't mentioned really before, who I really saw getting after the quarterback the first 2 games, has gotten in the backfield and made some plays, is PJ Scruggs.
Oh, yeah, PJ. Yeah, I remember he was making some plays Friday.
Yeah, he's gotten in the backfield. I know he's pressured the quarterback a few times. I think he even has a sack. I know he has some tackle for losses. But it's going to take some of these big guys to get in there and try to wreak some havoc, which is going to lead us into our final part of the preview this week, and that's your 3 keys to the game.
Yes, sir. Key number 3. There it is. Got my keys. So key number 3 is establish an offensive identity. I think, like I said, Ish only had like 16 carries against the Cab. Of course, I think he went over 100 yards again. But honestly, want to see him up around at least 25, 30 carries and really take over the game. And if it's if they're putting 8 or 9 guys in the box and they force us to pass, and I'd like to see Wyatt really get on track with all the receivers, not just Crew or not just Aston, but across the board on Friday. And key number 2. Key number 2 I've got was that we need to make Gunter single dimensional. So that means, for me, I would like to see us really focus on taking their running game away at all costs. I mean, they are they are capable of passing for sure, but if you got to pick your poison with these guys, I think we'd rather have them throwing the ball than running it, because like I said, they're averaging over 9 yards a carry rushing. So it's going to be really, really tough to control the game if we don't control their running game. Key number 1. Down with OPP. Yeah, you know me. You know that song, right? Naughty by Nature.
I do know that song.
You familiar with that one? All right. Yeah, I was about to say, that was like the song of the year in like 1992, so I was hoping you knew that one. So, OPP is other people's property. So, in that, we got to really keep possession of the football and take it away from Gunter. So,
This broadcast of Pilot Point football may not be retransmitted. The views and opinions expressed by Ryan Menard and John Little are those of the broadcaster and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Pilot Point Independent School District or PilotPointBearcats.com. Any content or comments provided by our broadcast team is their opinion and is not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, anyone, or anything. The views and opinions This broadcast of Pilot Point football may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any other form without the expressed written consent of PilotPointBearcats.com.
This is Pilot Point Bearcat football on PilotPointBearcats.com.
Ish Harris, hands off, takes a hand off right up the middle, and he's going to get in for a Pelzel Printing touchdown. Drops straight back, want to go one-on-one. Aiden Cox, the ball, can he get under? He gets under it! It's stride! Touchdown, Bearcats! Beautiful throw! Bearcat Nutrition Den, we've been looking for that. That was a 43-yard bomb from Wyatt Smith to Aiden Cox in stride.
Now to the booth with Ryan Menard and John Little. We are live from the friendly confines of Massey Stadium. You're listening to Pilot Point Bearcats 2021 home opener on PilotPointBearcats.com, brought to you by the Speed of Light Broadband. I'm Ryan Menard and joined tonight by number 29 himself, John Little. Bearcats have faced a little adversity early in the season with the sudden cancellation of their originally scheduled home opener, and then the tough loss last week at DeKalb. This week's not going to get any easier for them, though, with the Gunter Tigers in town for this matchup. John, what do you think about this Gunter Tiger team, and what are the Bearcats in for tonight?
Well, Ryan, good to hear your voice again today, buddy. We had some technical difficulties last week, but we're back in the friendly confines of Massey Stadium, so we got everything working tonight. And, the Bearcats are looking to get back on track here at home. And unfortunately, though, I think this is probably going to be the most difficult opponent possibly of the entire season. These Gunter Tigers are coming in ranked number 2 in 3A Division II. They're undefeated. They're averaging 41 points a game offensively and only giving up 7 points a game defensively. Dave Campbell's Texas football has these Gunter Tigers as 19-point favorites, contrasted to last year. I think they were 13-point favorites against us last year. So, man, this is going to kind of be like a Terry Slay trip to the Las Vegas poker table. It's going to cost a lot in terms of commitment, and our chances of winning aren't real great.
Yeah. Well, the Gunter Tigers, back-to-back appearances in the 3A Division II state championship game. 2019, they won it all. 2020, they fell to a good Canadian team. But, I mean, they have a championship pedigree, returning a lot of guys from those teams, and they'll be on the field tonight. Last week, Pilot Point suffered their first loss of the year, but this week they have an opportunity to bounce back. Last week, the key to that loss was the poor energy level of that game, kind of from beginning to the end. That last 2 minutes, the energy picked up, but there was kind of some urgency there. So, how important is getting off to a quick start tonight for the Bearcats if they want to play in this game?
Well, I think it's important, Ryan. Of course, we actually got off to a good start in that game against DeKalb. Aston Kirby took the opening kickoff 89 yards to the house, but ultimately, the low energy in the second half really cost us that game, I think. But I'm not one of those that's in the camp of what the heck is wrong with Ish Harris. But I certainly believe that Ish Harris is going to have to take over this game, and we're going to have that energy like we did against Boyd at home last year for us to come out with a victory tonight.
Yep. That was a heck of an effort for the Bearcats. That kind of started their run where they played from there on out. They played great week in, week out, led us deep into the playoffs. Diving into some of the numbers regarding this week's matchup, Pilot Point 38, 13-4 all-time in home openers. This will be Coach David's 5th home opener. He's 4-0 in home openers prior to this one. Pilot Point 6-3 all-time on September 17th. Pilot Point has scored 21 or more points in 8 consecutive matchups. It'll be a tough one to get to tonight, but if they want to have a chance of winning, they're definitely going to have to get to that mark.
Absolutely.
Fun fact, Pilot Point's first game in program history came on September 25th, 1931 against these very Gunter Tigers. It was also the first win in program history. So that leads us into Pilot Point is 25-1 all-time against Gunter. The bad part about that stat is those 5 losses have come in the last 5 matchups. Pilot Point looking to really get off that streak here tonight. Pilot Point last scored on the game's opening play on November 8, 2019 against Bowie before last week's kickoff return to open the game by Aston Kirby. Now we've dove through some of the numbers that can be found at the media guide that pilotpointbearcats.com puts out, which I believe can be found in the description of this video on YouTube. Easy to find. Click on it. Lots of great current and past program information about these Bearcat teams. That being said, let's go get a check of the team's uniforms and the weather tonight.
Yeah, as far as the weather, Ryan, we got clear skies. The current weather here at Massey Stadium, it's checking in at 87 degrees. 47% humidity, and the wind is out of the northeast at only 4 miles per hour. Looking at the flags on the goalposts, there's not much wind at all. It shouldn't be a factor in tonight's game. And then I showed the temperature is going to be getting down to about 77 by 10 o'clock tonight. As far as the uniforms go, our Pilot Point Bearcats are going with the traditional white helmets with orange face masks, black numbers on each side, black and an orange center stripe on the helmets. It's a classic look, and the Bearcats are wearing the orange jerseys with black numbers and all black pants. And then as far as the Gunter Tigers, they're rocking the blue helmets with white stripe down the middle. They got the silver Gunter in cursive on the right side of their helmet, and they got the interlocking GT inside the state of Texas logo on the left side of each helmet. And then I haven't seen Gunners. You see their jerseys?
They were wearing white pants. I'd imagine they'd be wearing the white jerseys last year. The white on white with the blue numbers and the blue Gunter across the front.
Yeah, Gunter does like the trendy thing. They come out with the cut-off sleeves and pregame and
crop tops.
Yeah, they're wearing their undershirts that just say Team Gunter or whatever it was.
I'm telling you, I think I missed out on that opportunity back in high school. I would have loved to rock the crop top prior to the game with no jersey on. I think we would have made it look good. So, one thing, I'm still getting used to this. I know it's been here a few years, but when I think of Massey Stadium, we hinted on it last week in DeKalb, the beautiful natural grass field becoming fewer and fewer. Well, as of, a few years ago, Pilot Point moved to the turf, and when I turned the corner, I saw the turf, and man, there's something to be said for a beautiful natural grass, but this turf that's on the field is good-looking turf.
Yeah, it's awesome.
orange and black color scheme. I was having a phone conversation on the way over here with somebody from Springtown, where they're the Porcupines. And they're orange and black as well.
I got cousins over there.
Yeah, we played a playoff game in Springtown, saw the orange and black color scheme, the field decked out in the orange and black, similar to ours, with the black outline around the field, orange end zones with the black Pilot Point in one end zone, Bearcats in the other. So the teams are making their way out of the locker rooms, getting into the run-through signs. We're going to step away, run a commercial or two, come back for the anthem, and then let's get started with this one with the Southern Junkies kickoff after that.
10 years ago, a Cowgirl's Kennel opened with a unique approach to dog boarding. At a Cowgirl's Kennel, your dog will stay in a 12 by 12 area. Let me say that again. Your dog will stay in a 12-foot by 12-foot area. That's larger than most guest bedrooms. If you have more than one dog, they can stay together. Their professional staff will give you the peace of mind so you can enjoy your trip. A Cowgirl's Kennel is not just for dogs. They can accommodate your cat in their brand new catchawary. Make your reservations today at 940-600-2853. Your dogs will thank you for it. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital, Pilot Point, has been caring for animals around the Pilot Point area for the past 30 years. Large and small pets can expect a quality experience unmatched by other clinics. Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point offers all the services you'd expect from your veterinarian. They provide preventative care, which includes vaccinations, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention. They also provide sick animal care, surgical, and dental needs with their full service lineup. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Advanced Care Veterinary Hospital of Pilot Point, where pets are family.
Hi, I'm Jackie Collins, and I am a wellness coach and owner of the Bearcat Nutrition Den. Do you want more energy to feel great, lose weight, and improve health? If your answer is yes, then get in touch today. Get your day started with the delicious healthy meal replacement shake and energizing tea. Come and see me today at the Nutrition Den located at 432 South Highway 377, Pilot Point, Texas. I'm Jackie Collins, and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Hey Bearcat fans, time is running out to be a Webcast sponsor for the 2021 Pilot Point football season. Last year, our Pilot Point Webcast had just under 30,000 views. If you want an advertisement that speaks directly to the community of Pilot Point, our Webcast ads are the way to go. Contact us today and we'll find an advertising opportunity that fits your budget. Don't miss your chance to be part of a winning team. Go Bearcats! For the best Mexican food experience, visit Uncle Beto's Mexican Restaurant on the corner of Liberty Street and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. Uncle Beto's offers the freshest and most authentic flavors that you can only find in the best Mexican cuisine. Dine in, or if you prefer curbside service, call Uncle Beto's at 940-686-0143 and order your food to go. Be sure to make Uncle Beto's a part of your game night routine either before the game or up until 10 p.m. on game night. Uncle Beto's is ready to serve all you hungry football fans. Uncle Beto's is a family-owned and operated business proudly supporting the Pilot Point Bearcats. Located in Pilot Point, Texas, the Chandler family has been making custom cabinets for over 40 years. As a team, Chandler Cabinets is committed to designing and building the perfect cabinets for you. They will make the process comfortable and stress-free by personally guaranteeing a superior product built on the standard of superior craftsmanship and immaculate customer satisfaction. From concept to completion, perfect form and function. Chandler Cabinets is an award-winning company with a reputation for consistent innovation at the highest level of design. You can find more information on Chandler Cabinets at chandlercabinets.net or on their Facebook page, Chandler Cabinets. Chandler Cabinets, 40 years of excellence. Are you looking to build that dream home or barn-dough? CS Designs offers a complete range of design services. CS Designs products range from general drawing services to commercial and residential blueprints, as well as 3D renderings and virtual reality walkthroughs. Let Cole Stewart and the CS Design team design you a beautiful progressive home or building that translates your ideas into an outstanding reality. Visit their website at csdesignstx.com or give them a call at 940-365-4048.
Let's you please stand now for invocation, followed by the national anthem played by the Tall Point Bearcat Marching Band. Dear Father, we thank you for allowing us to be here this evening, Lord, to celebrate football and to play football here in Texas on a Friday night. Lord, we thank you for the freedom of letting us do that. Lord, we know things are crazy right now in the world, and I just pray, dear God, that you would just help us to rely on you and to focus on you and just to know that everything's going to be okay, whether it seems like it or not. But we do know that you're in control, and we know that you love us and protect us. We thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. Lord, give us a safe game. Be with each athlete on the field and in the stands and our band. Lord, keep them safe tonight. We love you, and thank you for loving us. In your name we pray. Amen.
And we're back. So y'all, as y'all heard, Bearcats took the field playing in the national anthem. It's time for some football, John.
Yes, sir.
So let's go through. Gus, the Bearcats won the opening toss and chose to defer. So the Gunter Tigers will be taking possession of the ball to start the game. Captains for the coin toss for Gunter: number 2, Hudson Graham; number 4, Caden Rigsby; and number 54, Lane Dofide. For the Bearcats, it was number 4, Cade Carter; number 20, Jacob Gleiser; number 55, Eddie Gatton; and number 77, Andy Mendoza. So that was what got us through the coin toss here. So the Bearcat return team, I feel like they did despite what the officials thought, I thought they did a pretty good job covering kicks last week.
Yeah, I think so, and I wonder if we're going to revert back to 1930s football and we're just going to have to all dogpile the kick returner until they blow the whistle about 4 times just to make sure he's down.
So here we are getting ready for the Southern Junkies kickoff. Before we do that, I want to make sure we promote at halftime. We're going to be playing a podcast that Bearcat Insider did with the Superintendent Todd Southard. I'm sure they're going to be talking lots of bond information coming up soon. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel, people. We lots of content coming at you. You know, our custom roofing and construction pregame show comes out, and you get early access to that by subscribing. And then links to the media guide have been added to the description of the video that you're watching. So go do that. Go subscribe. Go check out the media guide. And just lots of content that we've worked to bring you guys that we want you guys to be able to take advantage of. So now that we got that out of the way, we've got it teed up on the right hash, getting ready for the Southern Junkies kickoff. And we're about to open up the 2021 Bearcat season at home, or home opener.
Yes, sir. It's been a long time coming.
That's right. So Alejos teed it up. He's going to approach it. It's going to be a pooch kick down the Bearcat sideline. It is caught at the 20 by number 12 for the Tigers. And nowhere really to go for Hellman before he's driven to the ground by Curly Brockman out on the Bearcat sideline, just across a 30. Curly Brockman was making sure we got him to the ground there.
Yeah, and I highlighted him in the custom roofing and construction pregame show. Ryan he's got to make a ton of tackles tonight. He's already off on the right foot.
Yep. Gunter's going to take their opening possession at their own 31-yard line. Bearcat defense is out there getting ready. So we got Ryan Riney, who's really been playing great lately, up there at the front. He's also got Aaron Stripmatter with him, and then he got number 55, Eddie Gatton, out there. There's some of the defensive tackles there. Motion left to right. Hudson Graham is the quarterback. Takes a snap. He's going to roll out to throw the ball. Out in the flat, ball a little low, but it looks like it's caught. I believe that's number 8 there for a reception.
Ethan Sloan.
Ethan Sloan, number 8. That's who somebody you highlighted as their number 1 target. That ball's going to get out to the 37-yard line, and they're moving with tempo here. Trips left, pistol formation snap, dive right up the middle, and he's going to get right about a half-yard shy of the first down, number 32. There's your guy Bennett right there. Good.
Yeah, Ashton Bennett.
Tough runner, good linebacker. It's going to set up a 3rd and 1 from the 41-yard line. They need to get just past the 41. They're just shy of the 41. So we're going to be looking at about a 3rd, maybe a foot and a half.
Yeah, Curley did a good job stepping up in the hole and meeting Ashton Bennett on that last play.
Yep, trips left, snap, and it's going to be a quarterback run up the middle. And number 70, Rhine with the tackle, but not until about 4 yards is gained there. So that's a Gunter Tiger first down at their own 45-yard line. Man, I'm surprised to see the tempo.
Yeah, they're coming out fast. I was kind of shocked that they came out and threw the ball on first down, but they're starting to establish their identity on the ground already.
Yep, so it's going to be a handoff. No, fake play-action pass, swing out to the flats. Number 8 makes one man miss.
Ooh, nice hit.
Curly Brockman comes up
Ish.
and slows him down. Ish Harris comes up and cleans it up. That's going to get into Bearcat territory at the Bearcat 49-yard line. About 6 yards on that swing out pass to Sloan.
Yeah, good job by Ish Harris coming up, making a nice hit on that.
It's going to be a dive right up the middle to Bennett. There's a lot of Bearcats there in the hole on the ground, but he's able to tiptoe across some of them. Gets up to about the 46-yard line. Going to be another 3rd and 1 here. Bearcats making them earn it so far.
Yep. Curley involved in another tackle. And Gunter's playing fast.
Yep. Quarterback run right to the left side between the tackles, though. Ish Harris comes up from the safety position. Wraps up, makes the tackle. Nice. The whistle is blown. Forward progress is stopped, but that's enough for a Gunter first down to the Bearcat 42-yard line. Oh, they're going to mark it the 43. Bearcat 43. Gunner's moving quick. 2 receivers right. Running back right behind Hudson Graham. And it's going to be a play-action pass. Graham back to pass. Goes down the sling. Has a defender there. Oh, boy. Who is that? That's number 5. Wyatt Smith, quarterback, had a chance to intercept that. But at the end of the day, he defends the pass, knocks it down. Incomplete pass. Going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, right. I thought Ivy Hellman, number 12, had a step on Wyatt, but Wyatt did a good job recovering on that down the seam.
Been underthrown, but Wyatt almost had number 2 there. Pistol formation with 2 running backs behind the quarterback. This is going to be he's going to keep it. Then he's going to pitch it out to Sloan. And
quick.
Wyatt just quite couldn't get his hands on him. And now it looked like that was Crew Chandler going to push him out at about the 12-yard line. See where they mark it. I feel like it was the 12. They're going to mark it all the way where he fell, just inside the 10. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the Bearcat 9-yard line here for Gunter, and they're already on the line. I don't even know if they're calling plays. Jeez. It's going to be an option out to the right. Again. Sloan with the pitch, and he's going to get in that pylon just barely. Touchdown Gunter. Only one big play. The Bearcats made them earn most of what they got outside that one. Kind of a triple option on the big play there, to where Graham had the option to keep it on the dive, kept it, came out, and as he was being hit, pitches it out to Sloan. And, that's what the triple option is for. 3 men have to be in position to make a tackle. The Bearcats only had 2, and that's what it got him all the way down to the 9-yard line.
You can tell that Ethan Sloan's got some next-level speed, and when he hit that corner, he's turning on the jets.
That's right. Well, Gunter's going to line up for the point after attempt. Number 82, Logan Hubbard, is the kicker for Gunter. Has a pretty good leg on him. Watch some pregame.
Left-footed kicker.
Yeah, he approaches it, and this one, distance is not a problem, but it looks like it was wide left, so PAT is no good. So after Gunter's first drive of the game, it is Gunter Tigers 6, Pilot Point 0. When we come back, Pilot Point will be set to return the kick.
Hey Bearcat fans, living in North Texas, you know all about bad weather. When bad weather does strike, look no further than James Floyd's Custom Roofing and Construction. Custom Roofing and Construction has built their business off of quality work and customer referrals. Let their friendly and knowledgeable staff ensure the project runs smoothly from start to finish. You can visit Custom Roofing and Construction on their website, customroofingdallas.com, or give them a call at 214-274-8353.
And we're back with the ball teed up, or the ball's not quite teed up yet. Gunter hadn't come out of the sideline yet, but this will be the Bearcats' opportunity. Last week they got a big play touchdown on their first kickoff return by Aston Kirby. So Gunter's going to get this teed up kind of on the left hash, just like the Bearcats did for the Southern Junkies kick.
We have to do what we can to keep up with this high-powered Gunter offense. I know you highlighted it in the pregame show, Ryan, but they run a lot of plays. We got to do our best to try to get some turnovers, slow these guys down. That first series, I think, probably went as well as they could have scripted it.
Well, the kicker is getting real. I mean, he's like 10 yards off the ball plus maybe another 10 yards to the right. But he makes his approach, and he's kicking it deep, and it's going to be fielded at the goal line by Crew Chandler. He's going to have to bring it out because he was just outside of the end zone when he hit it. He's only going to get to the 8. That's a tough play. He put his hand up to try to catch it. He was about at the 1, so it contacted him out of the end zone, went into the end zone. He was forced to bring it out. Not exactly the field position you're looking for to start your first drive down 6-0.
Yeah, not at all. Probably should have let that ball go into the end zone originally.
We'll see what they want to do on offense tonight. I'm just wanting to really just see good energy from them, you know? Like, let's be sharp, be crisp, not make a whole lot of mistakes.
Yeah, consistent.
Yeah, we're going to come out with trips left. Wyatt Smith is your quarterback with Ish Harris in the backfield next to him. Aiden Cox down here one-on-one towards the Bearcat sideline. First carry is going to go to Ish Harris, and he's going to try to find some room. He's not going to find much. He's going to actually maybe lose about a yard on that. I don't know. I felt like there might have been 1 or 2 yards to be had between the tackles, but once he tried to bounce it, really nowhere to go. It's not like there was a big hole any time during that run.
No, we went out 4 wide, tried to spread them out and then give it to Ish, but Caden Rigsby, number 4, senior linebacker for Gunter, made a nice tackle there.
Yep. Bunch trip left with the Bearcats. Early snap. Wyatt Smith handles it, throws it over, thrown out into the flat. That play looked a little out of sync from the beginning. It looked like the snap came a second early. Wyatt Smith was able to handle it. The receivers ran the route, but I don't think he was ready for it.
Yeah, it looked disheveled from the beginning. Gunter didn't even move when we snapped it.
I guess that's one way to get time to throw the ball, right?
Yeah. Shout out to Caleb Marsh, who's on the chat, watching us from Philly. Says he's the smartest of the Marsh brothers.
3rd and 11. Wyatt Smith hands off up the middle to Ish Harris, who's going to get up to the 9, so just past the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and 10, and the Bearcats are going to punt.
On the tackle, number 32 for the Tigers,
Ashton Bennett with the tackle for the Tigers. He's kind of the key cog of that defense, playing middle linebacker. Defensive linemen take the blockers. The linebackers scrape over the top to make the tackles. I want to mention our sponsor for the first quarter. It's going to be Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant as our first quarter sponsor. Make sure we give them plenty of love. Ernesto's been a main staple here for a long time.
Sure have.
Aiden Cox fields the snap. He's going to punt it. Fair catch by Hudson Graham, the quarterback, fielding punts. And Gunter's going to start their second possession of the game in Bearcat territory at the 45. We're going to go to one commercial and come back on the other side.
Established in 2004, Ernesto's Fine Mexican Food has continued preserving its original home-style cooking and hospitable touch. Ernesto's family has roots in Mexico as well as Texas ties. Relying on those roots, Ernesto created his unique menu. Offering a variety of Tex-Mex favorites as well as Mexican specialties, Ernesto's won't let you down. So join them for home cooking, or as they say, Comida Cesar, in family-style service. Located at 10279 Farm Market 455 East, Suite 100, or at the corner of 455 and Highway 377 in Pilot Point. They look forward to seeing you, and go Bearcats.
And we're back during the first play of the Gunter drive. Graham keeps it, kind of, not a whole lot of room to be had, but he finds some, and he's able to get 11 yards, and the Gunter Tiger first down. Curly Broughton with the tackle. Going lined up quick here, 2 receivers left, 2 right, pistol formation. Graham takes a snap, drops straight back to pass. He's going to look out, and it's a drop there by number 25, Saul Rodriguez. Didn't have a whole lot of room to run, but he's going to get 5 or 6 yards if he caught that.
Yeah, it looked like Hud Graham might have thrown it to his back shoulder a little bit too much for him to make that play.
Yep, so 2nd and 10, another drop back for Graham. He's going to throw a deep ball down the right side. Sloan looks like he has some space. And he's going to catch it, and they're going to tuck that into the pylon. And is that either Sloan or Lemons?
That's Cole Lemons, number 9. That's a taller senior wide receiver. And he got us last year on a play like that. He struck again today.
Yeah, the corners in this, I imagine playing corners so hard. Oh, they're going to run the swing gate, throw another out to Cole Lemon.
Too high.
And defender Aston wasn't there, but he saw at the snap. He saw he wasn't there, started sprinting, and was able to play defense on that. So after 2 Gunter possessions, they've gotten the end zone both times, but not converted either of their point after attempts. So it's 12-0 Gunter. I want to stay here real quick because that all happened so quick.
Man, they're playing in Corvette mode, cheetah mode.
Yeah. So I was saying it's got to be so hard to play corner. Because, if you see the guy running full speed down the field, I'm sitting here wanting to say, well, hey, you need to get on your horse and start running. But the moment you commit to something, he could break the route off and do anything. But I guess all that to say, the one thing you can't do is just let him run right by you.
Yeah.
So, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm a little surprised that Gunter is throwing the ball as many times as they have early.
Well, I highlighted the pregame show that 14 pass attempts a game, which has got to be the most that they've had in program history. I mean, they are not a team that throws the ball a lot. Have a kid that's committed to Tech as a quarterback. This is kind of want to showcase him when you get a chance. So that looks like what they're wanting to do here. And really, they've made most of their yards tonight on the ground, but that big play touchdown there was, why they're trying to air it out some.
Yeah, and he's got targets. I mean, that Cole Lemons is a good-looking wide receiver, and Ethan Sloan is a heck of a wide receiver also.
So,
back deep,
Chandler and Kirby back to return the kick for the Bearcats. This one's going to be deep, and Cruz going to field this one a little better at about the 4, and he's going to try to bring it up at the Bearcat sideline 20.
Let's go. Come on.
He's going to be the 30 before he's contacted. Going to get down at about the Gunter Tiger 35-yard line. There's a good return, better field position. I'd have to say, obviously defensively, you had two times on the field, you let 2 touchdowns, but with neither one of the point after attempts converting, it's only 12-0. You get in the end zone, you kick your point after. 12-7. You feel good. This drive could be big for the Bearcats.
Yeah, we really need an answer here. Starting off with much better field position at 35.
Trips left for the Bearcats. Ish Harris, White Smith's left. Aiden Cox down here one-on-one alone with Lemons. And they're going to look to throw the ball to the trip side in the flat. Crew Chandler makes the catch at about the Bearcat 38-yard line. And that's going to be a 3-yard completion on first down, setting up 2nd and 7 for the Bearcats.
Cooper Wade for Gunter on that tackle, man. They fly to the football.
They sure do. Bearcats looking to get the call. They're going to go balance formation, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Wyatt Smith getting the offense orchestrated, making sure everybody's in position. He's ready for the snap. Good snap, drop back to pass. Has some time, steps up in the pocket, and as he steps up, the pocket collapses on him, and it's going to be a sack. They're going to lose the 3 yards they gain on first down, setting up 3rd and 10. Never played quarterback, so I don't know exactly how this is, but sometimes I see the quarterback drops back. He has plenty of time, and just you need to step. You're taught you need to step up into the pocket.
Right.
Stepping up into the pocket right there is kind of where you stepped up into the pressure. I don't really know what the fix is for that there, but 3rd and 10 for the Bearcats. Trips right.
The only option is get rid of it as soon as possible.
Yep. Smith rolls out right, has some time. He's going to overthrow Aiden Cox, and it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Bearcats, setting up a punt. Field position for this is a little better, though, so I don't imagine going to get the ball in the Bearcat territory with the leg Aiden Cox has, as long as everything goes well.
Yeah, as long as they don't get a good return. They got two guys back.
We got what? That's
Ethan Sloan and Hudson Graham, so they got quality returners back here.
That's right.
We're going to have to cover it.
Sometimes the downside of having a kicker who can boom it is you out-kick your coverage. Sometimes give the return man time to set up with some vision.
That'd be fine.
Snaps low. Aiden Cox fields it. He's going to roll out right, and he's going to have a chance to get it off.
Rugby
and
style.
What a good rugby style punt.
Nice.
It's going to bounce at the 34, and it's not going to take the bounce I thought it was going to take, but hey, narrowly avoided disaster. Gunter's going to get the ball at their own 22. We're going to go to commercial, and we'll come back on the other side.
Fit Body Gym in Aubrey, Texas, owned by Mike and Becky Phillips, is your one-stop shop for all your fitness needs. At Fit Body Gym, we specialize in one-on-one training, small group training, and sport-specific training for people of all ages. We work hard to get you the results you need, whether that be weight loss, toning, building muscle, or just wanting to live a healthier lifestyle. Stop by Fit Body Gym today, located at 106 North Highway 377, or call 972-768-9994.
And we're back on the first play of the third Gunter drive. Hudson Graham, the quarterback, runs the ball up the middle and just refuses to be brought down by one or two Bearcats. It takes 5 or 6 to finally bring him down after about 6 yards on the run. Let's do a fit body scoreboard check. 5:51 left in Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter. 12-0 Gunter.
Nice.
Pick six. A pick 6. Is that Aston Kirby? I don't know. It's either Aston Kirby or Wyatt Smith, but whatever it is, it's a Pelzel Printing touchdown for the Bearcats. I think it's going to be Wyatt Smith.
Wyatt Smith.
Is Wyatt Smith. So Hudson Graham drops back to pass on that. Wyatt Smith comes up from the safety position, reads it from the get, and intercepts it in stride and takes it back for a touchdown. And that type of spark is what you need if you're the Bearcats.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another one of those keys we talked about in the pregame show. I said we got to win the turnover battle, and I heard that Gunter turned the ball over 3 times last week. Still won like 51-7. But hey, that's a good job by Wyatt Smith forcing that turnover and taking it to the house.
Yep. So he must have seen it from the snap because I was doing a fit body scoreboard check
all
there.
Over it.
And saw the snap, and Wyatt Smith saw the snap and immediately attacked the receiver trying to run out in the flats. And intercepted it in stride. No one between him and the end zone. Easy pick 6 for the Bearcats.
That's like Chris Nortman at a CC's buffet. He's all over it.
He got you. Oh, Gunter jumps off sides on the Nick's Italian PAT for the Bearcats, which is going to give the Bearcats about 1.5 yards better field position here. So I'm going to try to redo this fit body scoreboard check. 5:43 left in the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter. Gunter 12, Pilot Point 6, pending this Nick's Italian PAT for the Bearcats. After a second consecutive 3-and-out, Gunter's had 2 consecutive easy touchdown drives. To get that defensive touchdown is a big step in the right direction for the Bearcats.
Absolutely, had to have it.
Snap, hold, kick is a low-line drive, and it is wide right. Kicking issues tonight. Their kicker looked really good pregame. Our kicker's been real good all year. Both guys have missed a kick.
It's not the wind.
It is not the wind. Well, so the PAT, Nick's Italian PAT is no good. 12-6 Gunter. We're going to tee this up for another Southern Junkies kickoff. Man, that was. You could feel if that drive was another Gunter, like race to the end zone. This game not going.
Could have got out of hand early, but that was a great play by Wyatt Smith.
Yep, sure was. Now once again we got to make the kick. We got to cover the kick and try to force a stop. So
yeah.
Trying to get everybody in the huddle, in the kick team huddle. Looked like not everybody was prepared, but we're getting out there ready to kick it off.
Just a reminder to subscribe to Pilot Point Bearcats on the YouTube channel and hit that bell icon. It'll give you any notifications anytime we go live. Sometimes these guys put JV games on. And you never know what's gonna pop up.
Yep, some live stream JV games at home sometimes throughout the season, throughout the school year. I think they do some basketball games, some volleyball games. They do all sorts of things. So subscribe is a big deal. And then don't forget at the halftime of this game, the podcast they did with Superintendent Todd Southern. But Leos has this one teed up at the 40, getting ready to kick this deep for the Bearcats. And this is going to be a surprise onside that's going to get right out of bounds. Kicked it with a little bit too much heat. Gunter saw it, and I guess they just, number 4 there. Rigsby just saw it was going to go out of bounds, and instead of trying to get his hands on it, just let it go right out of bounds. Russell Jones on the live stream pointed out 2 left-footed kickers in tonight's game. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe left-footed kickers are not in tonight.
My 2 left feet. It's become an issue.
With the moon out the way it is, maybe gravitational pull not working for lefties, something, I don't know. Gunter going to get their 4th drive of the game started at their own 45-yard line. 5:43 left in this quarter. 2 receivers right, Hudson Graham at quarterback with 1 man right behind him, and they're going to run a dive right at the middle of number 4, Rigsby, who hurdles a man, and now it's a race to try to get him down. Crew Chandler finally jumps on his back, but that's going to get down to the Bearcat 34-yard line.
And Caden Rigsby showed a little flash right there. Nice hurdle move, and he's got some speed.
2 receivers left. Hudson Graham, quarterback, takes a snap, but he's going to quarterback power right at the middle, and he is brought down by probably looks like Curly Brockman, but not until maybe 6 yards up the field.
Looks like we're going to get a steady dose of the of the run on this drive after the pick six, Ryan.
Yep, 2 receivers left. Same formation. They're doing the same formations. This one, Rigsby on the right side, and he's only going to get about 2 yards on the carry. So you're going to set up about a 3rd and 3 for Gunter. This is 4-down territory for high school football with where they're located, how they've ran the ball. So we're going to have 2 plays to gain 3 yards here. Snap. Going to be another dive to Rigsby, and I don't think he's going to need 2 plays. He's going to get needed 3. Looks like he got 4. That's going to be a Gunter Tiger first down at the Bearcat 23-yard line. I'm sure even getting subs in for the Bearcats right now has got to be challenging at the rate that Gunter's running this offense.
Yeah, the cheetah offense. We got a lot of guys in the box, 8, 9 guys in the box every play, doing a good job.
Another Hudson Graham quarterback rush, and we had a chance to bring him down, but couldn't do it. He gets back in and bounces it out, and he's going to get in the end zone. Had a couple chances to make the tackle there, couldn't get him down, and he's going to get into the end zone for another Gunter Tiger touchdown. They're going to line up in the gate over here again. Let's see if they decide they want to give kicking another chance, or they're going to go for 2 again. They're going to kick this one.
Man, they can score in bunches, can't they?
Man, I don't even know if they're calling hey, we're going to run these 3 plays in succession, like just these 3 plays over and over. It's just all happening so quick. It's quite impressive. But they're going to tee it up and try another point after attempt here. See if this one goes better than the first. Snap, the hold, the kick is up. And another one looks like it's wide left-footed kickers. It's not their night tonight. 4:23 left in the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter. Gunter 18, Pilot Point 6. We'll come back after this.
Unit, Fowler Air is available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Fowler Air will work with you to find an HVAC solution that fits your needs by providing you with a full consultation, explaining all your available options so that you can choose the system that's right for your home or business. Give Fowler Air a call today at 817-487-2286 and schedule your service. That's Fowler Air, 817-487-2286.
And we're back. Bearcats, so the defensive touchdown really helped them stay in this game, 18-6. They've got to get something going on offense. This game is definitely not out of reach. It's still early. Lots of football left to be played, but they can't keep piling up 3 and outs after, especially with Gunter's offense.
Yeah, you want to give your defense a little bit of a breather. My goodness.
And Gunter, normally I think about a Gunter game. Okay, the clock's going to roll. Gunter's going to run. It's a kind of a ball control possession type offense. That is not the case. They are running at max speed.
NASCAR.
We had a package called NASCAR running specifically against Aubrey to just try to keep them on their toes, and it worked like a champ.
It's working for these Gunter Tigers.
Kick deep, fielded at the goal line by Ashton Kirby. He's going to bring it up. Try to get to the Bearcat sideline, get some blocks. Cole Lemons is able to get off his block and make the tackle at about the Bearcat 16-yard line. As a coach, I don't know how often you're telling your high school kids, hey, if the kickoff's going to go into the end zone, we might as well just let it bounce and take our touchback. But maybe they keep kicking it that deep. Maybe we should explore that sort of possibility. Let's just take the touchback.
Yeah, it's the third kick in a row right at the goal line.
Yep, so the Bearcat offense taking the ball at their own 17-yard line, start their 3rd drive so far, 2 3 and outs. I think there's 0 yards of offense so far, really. 2 receivers wide left, 1 right on the Bearcat side. That's going to be an Ish Harris carry. Not really much running room to go. He's going to get about a yard, and he is, there was some moved Gunter off the line of scrimmage but couldn't stay on the block. So you had some guys 1 yard past the line of scrimmage, but they had no blocker between them and Ish. So, getting movement off the line of scrimmage, but you got to stay attached.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, running backs always look good if they can get 5 yards without even getting contacted, but it's not the case for Ish so far.
Yep, so Wyatt Smith's going to roll out left. Oh, it's a draw coming back to Ish Harris. So he's going to have a little bit more space here, break a tackle. And he's going to get out to the 25-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 2 for the Bearcats. So promising opportunity here to try to get their first Irick Real Estate first down of the game.
Yeah, much better blocking there by the offensive line.
I always have loved that draw play. Looks like it's going to be a sprint out pass and then hand it to the running back coming back underneath. Always liked that play. Trips left for the Bearcats here. Wyatt Smith's going to hand it to Ish Harris. Ish going to run to the Bearcat right sideline, and he's going to get brought down at the 25. There's just really nowhere to go. Can't get that corner.
Yeah, they're doing a good job getting to Ish's legs on the tackles.
Yep, so 4th and 2 here. Bearcats sending in some new guys. I think they're going to have to try to punt this.
No gain on the play.
You know, you don't want to keep giving Gunter possessions, but when you're at your own 25 and you can't really seem to get any movement.
Tough spot to go for it.
It is and I mean, it's still the first quarter. 2:48 and counting left in the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter.
Mike McCarthy would fake this for sure, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, the way they played their first year under him, no doubt. The ticket always talks about how John Fossil can talk him into anything.
I guess so.
This snap is better, fielded, booted by Aiden Cox. Good punt down the center, fair caught at the Gunter Tiger 35. So that was Hudson Graham there with the fair catch at their own 35. So when we come back, it's going to be 2:27 left in the first quarter. Gunter 18, Pilot Point 6, and we'll be back after this.
Since 1983, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency has been covering the insurance needs of Pilot Point. Regardless of what that need may be, they have you covered, offering homeowners, auto, life, farm and ranch, and commercial. Give them a call at 940-686-2692. That's Germania Insurance, the Scott Walker Insurance Agency, located just north of the town square at 211 Scott Lane in Pilot Point, Texas. Scott Walker Insurance Agency, always there to help.
So Gunter's outrunning at a pace faster than our commercials. Our first play, 4-yard carry up the middle for Ashton Bennett. 2nd and 6 here for the Tigers at their own 39-yard line. Snap, handoff up the middle again to Bennett, and he's going to be ridden down just shy of the first down. That's Ryan Riney. Yep. So 3rd and 1 here for the Gunter Tigers.
It kind of sets you up with that little belly play, but at any moment, Hudson Graham's going to pull that thing and take off.
Yep. And it's going to be another run, and expecting contact with the line, number 32 Bennett ducks his shoulder. Nobody's there. He gets a few extra yards. He was expecting a contact around that edge. Nobody was there yet.
Yeah, Kurt Chandler finally brought him down.
Gunter 1st and 10 at their own 48. This is more of like a wing T style run attack here. Hut Graham runs it right up the middle. Not a whole lot of room, but he's getting about 3 yards there.
Oh, pistol double wing. They like that formation.
Yeah, so they don't get under center. So any formation that they're in, I just know it's more like a wing T, but everything's going to be in this little pistol formation. But this is the formation they're going to again. Snap, handoff. Nope, Hut Graham's going to keep it. He's going to have a hole. He's going to come right back to the middle, and we just can't keep up with him. He's going to get into the end zone again for a Gunter Tiger touchdown. 1:04 left in the quarter. It's interesting what he's doing on these runs because it looks like he's heading towards the outside. And right as he gets the safety shoulders turned to try to cut him off outside, he just keeps it right in between the hash marks, and everybody's turned around. Nobody's keeping up with him. So they are going to run the swinging gate here, it looks like, and they've snapped it, and it's going to be some sort of pre-snap penalty. Gunter wasn't lined up. Lots of things going on. I think they relayed the call poorly.
They're getting tired of missing extra points.
No, it looks like they're going to give it a 3rd shot. Maybe the kid just needs to back it up. Maybe it was too easy on him.
Yeah, needs to extend the leg a little bit. A shout out to H-Town Hog from Belleville, home of the Brahmas.
157 yards of offense so far for the Gunter Tigers here in the first quarter. Mostly on the ground. They have the 34-yard touchdown pass. They had, I think, like a 10-yard swing out on the first possession.
Their offense is like an energy drink.
Yeah, well, their offense is on the field going for 2 here. They got trips right, 1 left, and they're going to roll out right for the pass. Good coverage from the Bearcats. Got to throw it in the end zone. Good coverage there. 2 guys in the area.
All right, the late flag. Back judge.
Did he throw it at where the ball was thrown or at the line of scrimmage? Oh, maybe like a hold or something.
Yeah, it's pass interference.
Oh man, I don't even know what referee recalled it. There were 2 referees in the area that didn't feel that way.
Yeah, I think our corner did not get his head turned. He was in good position. I didn't think that the wide receiver did enough to fight back to earn the call.
No, there was even a defender between the corner and the receiver who actually was the one that made the play on the ball.
Yeah.
Interesting call. Going to give Gunter another opportunity. Half the distance to the goal, which is still about a yard behind where the original PAT would take place, but they're going to get a second chance, and they're going to get into this
run their normal offense.
Pistol wing T, yeah, motion left to right, dive with the middle. Hut Graham's going to keep it around the left side. Bearcats defense looking for answer. Offense is looking for answers. We're going to go to break, and maybe we'll have some when we come back.
Hello, Pilot Point, Texas. This is Pastor Dwayne Edwards at Grace Point Nazarene Church right here in Pilot Point. I want to invite all of you to come out and join us this Sunday, 10 a.m., right at 611 East Liberty. You can also join us on Facebook Live. Just go to Grace Point Nazarene Church. We start right at 10 a.m. We have ministries for the entire family, and if you want to find out more about us, just simply go to gracepointnaz.net. Again, that's gracepointnaz.net. God bless you, and go Bearcats!
And we're back here to the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter. Bearcats offense really have to find some momentum here. Some answers to try to move the ball. They've tried throwing the ball. They've tried running the ball. Nothing seems to be going their way so far.
Yeah, defensively, we're having a hard time accounting for the quarterback. I mean, like I said, they kind of lull you to sleep with that belly play, and then Hudson Graham just keeps it and he takes off, and he's had plenty of room to run. I think Chris said he's averaging 16 yards a carry.
Yep, so he's got so far 6 carries for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is 16 yards a carry. I mean,
it's impressive.
Yeah, and that's just slightly more than what the team average is running the ball right now. They're really getting after it. And this kick is more of a low line drive. It's going to bounce at the 8, right into Ashton Kirby's hands. Going to get a chance to return it. Immediately has to make a man miss, and then the rest of the Gunter Tigers swarm there at about the Bearcat 14-yard line. We can't seem to block them. We can't seem to move them. We got to figure out a way to get the ball down the field here.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot going right for our Bearcats at this time. I will say that one was a more returnable kick, probably the most returnable kick that we've seen.
Yeah, luckily it bounced right up into his arms there, because the shape of this football makes for some weird bounces, but that one bounced right into his arms, but still really didn't get much of a return there, starting to deepen our own territory, trying to find some answers. Gunter's got 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers in the middle.
Curley in the backfield.
Under center, Wyatt Smith. They're looking over to see if the call wants to change. But we are under center. Looks like we're in more of an I right. We were in an I right, moving to an I left formation. 2 receivers left, 1 tight end right. Smith takes the snap. Is going to hand just a simple dive to Curly Brockman. Whistles before the snap. It's an advanced vet care penalty. It looks like it's going to be a pre-snap penalty. False start on the Bearcats. Going to cost us 5 yards there and make 1st and 10, which is already seemingly pretty tough for us to try to overcome. It's going to turn into 1st and 15.
It's not getting any easier.
No, Bearcats still looking for their first Irick Real Estate first down of the game.
15 for the Bearcats on the 9-yard line.
Back in the shotgun, Curly Brockman to Wyatt Smith's left. Snap, they're going to hand it back to him. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and 10. Just no real holes being opened.
Not holding our blocks.
And that's the thing is, we're really getting decent little movement, about yard off the ball. But by the time the runner gets to the line of scrimmage, there's no offensive lineman between the defensive lineman and the ball carrier. Going to find answers for that. 27 and counting in the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant first quarter. Wyatt Smith back to take the snap. He's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. Nobody's open immediately. He's just going to sail it out of the sideline.
Pretty smart decision, I think.
Yeah, so the offensive line there did some cut blocks, which in the passing game, it can be effective to get a quick snap and throw off. But if your initial read's not open and all your linemen are on the ground,
be 3rd down.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble, and that's what happened there. Luckily, Wyatt Smith was able to get it out. Yep. So we're going to be 3rd and 15 at our own 9-yard line. Looking to try to get some calls. Just trying to find anything that will work. We got Aiden Cox moving down here to the Bearcat sideline. 2 receivers wide right. Looks like Cole Lemons is traveling with him. And it's going to be a sweep out to the right. And we're going to gain some yards, try to step out of a tackle, couldn't do it. But we're going to get back about to the original line of scrimmage and set up 4th and 10 from our own 15-yard line. I see Coach Marsh down there getting after one of the officials. I think he was wanting to see if he can get a late hit there. Curly Brockman seemed to be already on the ground when he took a hit. Fit Body scoreboard check at the end of 1 quarter. Gunter Tigers 26, Bearcats 6. We'll come back on the other side for the 2nd quarter.
Russell Pelzel with Hometown Pharmacy has built a reputation on providing only excellent service and support to the Pilot Point community. You can depend on Hometown Pharmacy to deliver the best customer service along with a selection of quality healthcare products. When you use Hometown Pharmacy, you will work with a knowledgeable and understanding staff who will help you find the right products and solutions tailored to fit your lifestyle, as well as equipment that will integrate into your daily life. Contact Hometown Pharmacy at 940-686-0123.
And we're here getting ready for the start of the Maverick Fasteners second quarter. Second quarter is going to start with a 4th and 10 from our own 15-yard line. We really need a good snap and a good fielded snap and then a really good boot by Aiden Cox to try to flip some of this field position game.
Absolutely. Man, it's been tough.
Yeah, Gunter's won every aspect of this game so far. Field position, line of scrimmage, tackling, kickoffs. Both teams have not been very good kicking extra points, but, this is going to be a challenge for the Bearcats to try to overcome the first quarter that they just had.
Russell Jones will be happy that T. Slay advertised the funnel cake.
I did just hear that.
Are you a fan of the funnel cake?
I am. Only at the State Fair of Texas, which is about to open, but how can you not be? Good punt there by Aiden Cox. It's going to bounce at the 50 and bounce straight up and going to give a Bearcat bounce by about 2 yards. So Gunter, for an offense that's rolling, I guess it doesn't matter whether they get the ball at their own 1 or their own 48. But they're going to take this one at their own 48 to start this drive. Bearcat defense has to do something to dig deep here and try to find some answers to slow this Gunter offense down.
Yeah, something we haven't been able to do so far. Our defense has got to be tired.
Yeah, making Gunter earn it most of the time, but Gunter's been able to rattle off a couple big plays. But it's just so methodical here, and they're just going to keep at it right at the middle. Coming up from the safety position, it looked like Wyatt Smith come up there and made a good tackle. Ish Harris might have initiated that contact actually. Came up from the safety position, but when the safety's making the first contact 6 yards up the field,
Second down and 5.
It doesn't, having a hard time getting set up on defense. Another fullback dive up the middle, and Ashton Bennett is going to have some yardage, and he's going to get the first down, tackled by Ish Harris across the Bearcat 35-yard line down to the 34 of the Bearcats.
And that was Saul Rodriguez on the carry there.
Oh,
Ron. It looks like they're just going more traditional
sweep
formations.
left, and they're going to get the edge. And can Chandler track him down? He cannot, and they're going to bring down Ethan Sloan inside the Bearcat 10. There is a flag down here on the Bearcat sideline. Advanced back. Know exactly what that motion is. Maybe a sideline warning of some sort. Referee used one arm to cross the chest. Penalties declined. First and goal for the Tigers at the Bearcat 9-yard line. I'd expect to see more of the same here.
Yep.
Snap right between the tackles, and that's going to get down into the end zone once again. Number 25, Saul Rodriguez. And that's another Gunter Tiger touchdown. Extending the score 32-6 Gunter.
Yeah, it looks like they're really paring down their formations. They're just going with the tight.
They're paring down their plays.
Double wing. Yeah, they don't really have to show much. Everything's working.
I think it's a mixture of the speed that they're running at, but this is just, the misdirection. You got to play gap sound football, but this is not what you wanted to see after a week that you had last week with the loss at DeKalb. Rollout pass for the 2-point conversion. He's going to be throwing it back to the left, and that's Cole Lemons for the 2-point conversion. 11:04 left in the Maverick Fasteners second quarter. Gunter Tigers 34. Pilot Point Bearcats 6. The Bearcats will be receiving the kickoff when we come back.
Independent Financial offers big bank benefits with a hometown feel. Their personalized financial solutions can help turn life's challenges into new opportunities. Independent's business banking is powered for growth, and they support innovation and new ideas. Independent Bank's digital convenience allows you to bank how, when, and where you want. Independent Financial is the premier regional bank with 90-plus locations across Texas and Colorado. Independent Financial. Visit them at ifinancial.com. Independent Financial is a trademark of Independent Bank, member FDIC.
Bearcat return team taking the field. I wonder, the kicks travel as deep as they are. It's part of the field position game. All but one of these kicks, I feel like they've had a good opportunity to take a touchback to get them slightly better field position. Let's see how they decide to play this. Last one was the only time that you could really say, no, they should have fielded that.
Right.
We'll see what happens here. Logan Hubbard, the kicker here for the Tigers, has a leg on it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's kicked it right to the goal line in the air the majority of the time.
Maybe it's his 20-yard run and start he gets. He's starting his approach. And he boots it. This is a good kick. It's deep. And,
there it is.
All right.
Finally let that one go.
Yeah, Aston threw his arm up for the fair catch, and I thought he was trying to settle under it to catch it. I don't know if the high school rule is the college rule where if you fair catch it, you automatically get the 25. But ultimately, he let that get into the end zone. So the Bearcats going to get their second best starting field position of the night, and now you got to just try to find something to get you a little bit of confidence going in the offense here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do we have a PowerPoint feed out-of-town scoreboard check here?
Yeah, sure do. Ryan Brock is up 7-6 in the second quarter. 3 minutes left in the second quarter against Iowa Park. So that's a district foe there. And Argyle is up 10-7 over number 7 La Vega. So that's the first test of their year in the second quarter. 7 minutes left.
Yeah, first down is a Curly Brockman carry, and once again more of the same. Kind of nowhere to really go. He gets the ball, starts his approach to the line of scrimmage, has to stop in his tracks and try to find a place to go. Nowhere to go. 2nd and 10 here for the Bearcats.
Yeah, Paradise is losing 6-0 to Millsap. Looks like it's halftime there.
Yeah, Bearcats trying to get set up. Nobody. It seems to be some confusion. But here we go. 10 seconds left and counting. Snap. Drop back to pass from Wyatt Smith. No one can seem to get open, and then Wyatt Smith's having to scramble, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think that's a sack because he gets to the line of scrimmage, but, he
had time on that
one. Every one of these pretty much, he's caught the snap, he's made his set, with looks like he's going to have some time. Nobody seems like they can get open off the jump, and then once he's kind of gone through a read or two, he's having to move because the pressure's getting to him.
It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Bearcats.
Another 3rd and 10 here for the Bearcats. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Looking to maybe move the pocket here. And this is going to be a handoff right into a Gunter defensive line. And it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Bearcats at their own 25-yard line.
No gain. On that tackle, number 25.
Aiden Cox is getting a workout tonight.
Saul Rodriguez.
Man, no doubt.
4th down.
I'd like to see some move in the pocket here. Try to get Wyatt Smith out. Try to get some, maybe get him a little bit more time to kick the ball. I feel the energy level off the sideline over here starting to deflate pretty quickly, which is something we're not wanting to see against a really good Gunter team here. Snap. The kick is up. A low line drive. It's going to bounce at the 40. Right to Hudson Graham, who's going to return this one. Makes the first man miss. He's right in the middle of the field, bouncing to the Gunter sideline. We do have a flag that's thrown. The tackle is made at the Bearcat 48-yard line. We'll see what the flag is.
A little advanced care penalty right in the middle of the field.
I haven't seen a call yet. Head referee takes his time to make these calls. Block in the back Gunter. I'm sure we're going to take the 10 yards, which is going to be from the Bearcat 48 to Gunter 42-yard line. So, the field position for them, like I said at the start of the last year, kind of doesn't matter where you start when you go down the field as effortlessly as them, but they've had good field position on every drive so far because Pilot Point is yet to get their first down of the game.
Yep. It's tough to flip the field position with no first downs.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Gunter. They're going to run this, and wouldn't you know, right at the middle, and this is a defensive lineman stood strong there. Ethan Sloan runs right into the back of one of the offensive linemen. He's able to get 2 yards, but that's the best the Bearcat defense has done tonight, stopping that dive right up the middle. Now Hudson Graham's the only running quarterback back there, and he's going to look to throw, and he throws it deep and has a man, number 5. And to see if Ish can push him out before he gets in the end zone. I don't think they're going to mark him out at the 1. I thought he dove and got it. Kenan Limberg with the reception gets down to the Bearcat 1-yard line.
On the reception, number 5.
Man, just when you thought they were going to kind of go with the bunch formation and just hand the ball off, then they came out and spread it out this series.
I think the defense was surprised as well. And it only takes one other play. Rigsby in the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Fit body scoreboard check. 8:20 left in the Maverick Fasteners second quarter. Gunter 40, Pilot Point 6. And pending a PAT attempt here for Gunter. So, Bearcats start district play next week. So this game, it's hard. You play the games for a reason. You keep score for a reason. All these games definitely matter. But it is something, when this game is over, you can throw it out the window. It doesn't matter on the record. It doesn't matter for that game next week. It's going to have no implication on our playoff seeding. But you definitely would like to see sometime between now and the end of this game something that can build this team's confidence. Because right now, they got to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got to be reeling.
We're at Peaster next week, and Peaster's 3-0.
Well, roll out right. And that is complete. That is a successful 2-point conversion for the Gunter Tigers. 42-6 Gunter. Going to step away for a commercial break, and we'll be back after this.
I'm Chance Kirby, the broker at Irick Real Estate. Don't let just anyone handle the single largest investment that your family may ever make. Trust that process to a local office that knows the area and will handle your transaction ethically and responsibly. You can find Irick Real Estate at pilotpoint.com or feel free to call me directly at 940-300-6900. Irick Real Estate, serving the area since 1952.
And we're back here, Pilot Point coming out of the huddle. I wonder what the coaches are saying, because Gunter's a good team,
oh, yeah.
right? So, this is, I heard Travis say it on the pregame show that they did, or the post game of last week, talking about this week's, about trying to put last week's loss behind you, and it may not necessarily result in a win this week, but when you say that, you also don't anticipate it's going to be 42-6, less than halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah, I think you're just trying to coach effort, attitude, heart, just stay in this thing one play at a time. Just, you don't want to see guys get their heads down, and
I have no way to gauge this Gunter Tiger team versus last year's Gunter Tiger team, really, because this is a different Bearcat team, different circumstances. Another deep kick, fair caught. It's going to bounce at the 1 into the Bearcat end zone. But I remember distinctly last year, through the first 3 games or 2 games the Bearcats had, they had some inconsistent effort levels, and they lost last year to Gunter. It was like 30-7. But I remember when that game ended, I felt like, our effort was there. We played hard. It just didn't go our way. They're a good football team. So knowing that, seeing what happened, I didn't necessarily anticipate we were going to come out and put it on them and even necessarily get the win. I was hopeful. But this is also not what I was anticipating.
Well, this is a more experienced Gunter team than last year. They were returning 4 starters on offense, 3 on defense, and this year they got 8 on each side.
Handoff up the middle there for the Bearcats on first down. They're going to get about 1 yard.
Late fumble. I think they blew it dead before.
They did blow it dead. These
out.
Officials are going to blow the whistle dead when it should be. So
nice change from last week.
That is a nice change from last week. Looks like Curly Brockman's going to get lots of carries tonight.
Yeah, there's really no reason to run Ish at this point.
No, I'd like to see going in the weeks forward, trying to get Ish more involved in the pass game. I've seen he only has like 1 or 2 catches on the year. 2nd 10, another handoff up the middle to the Gunter defensive line, these guys are going to get a lot of tackles tonight, the way that this is going.
They certainly are.
Looks like Eddie Batista lost his helmet on that play. He's going to have to come out for a play, and he's going to be replaced by number 61, Matthew Fulmer, for this 3rd and 10 here for the Bearcats.
We talked about last week, the Cab only had 22 kids on their rosters. Gunter team's got 44, 16 seniors, 24 juniors, and 4 sophomores.
All the boys in the school want to play football. You know, when you're this good, hey, you can't believe
we're rocking with like 33, 34 on the Pilot Point side.
Whistle's coming in here on this 3rd and 10. Looks like it's going to be a Pilot Point Bearcat timeout, Uppercut Granite timeout, first of the game. We're going to step away for a commercial. We'll be back after this.
Country Field at the Martin General Store, located in downtown Pilot Point on the historic Pilot Point Square. The best way to describe the general store is it has a little bit of everything, from Circle E candles to specialty jams, dressings, sauces, home decor, kitchen decor, goat's milk soap, jewelry, a large assortment of old-time candy, nostalgic toys and books, pet toys and treats, greeting cards and gift wrap. She also serves cold drinks, and last but not least, Beth Marie's ice cream. That's Martin General Store, a little bit of everything.
And we are back for this 3rd and 10 here in the Maverick Fasteners second quarter. Bearcats still looking for their first Irick real estate first down. They're going to 2 receivers right with an H-back and a running back right. Wyatt Smith in the backfield takes snap, and there we're going to roll out right. We're going to try to throw the ball, get out in the flat, caught, and he's going to be tackled as soon as he catches it at about the 30, which is going to set up a 4th and 5. That's, I was calling for it on the last drive, trying to see, hey, let's move the pocket.
Yeah.
Wyatt's pretty good at throwing on the run. He did that, but it was 3rd and 10 when we've done that. So, now it's 4th and 5, and the Bearcats are set up to punt again. So it's not Gunter's responsibility to do this, but at what point are they going to slow down the pace they're running with?
I think probably after the first series of the 3rd quarter.
I'm anxious to see what it'll look like by then. Snap, hold, another good punt by Aiden Cox, but this is going to be caught by Hudson Graham and returned right up the center of the field. That stutter step is deadly for him. He's going to get out across the across the 50, down to about the Bearcat 44. He's just so athletic that you have the defense trying to break down and make the tackle, and he gives him a little stutter, and the defenders broke down, but then he just accelerates faster than they can adjust.
Yeah, he's really good at shifting gears. There's no doubt.
I mean, this Gunter offense, they're skilled, they're talented, all that. They're running good offense, but at the rate at which they run plays is just, I don't know if it's sustainable for them to run at that rate for 4 quarters, but I can tell you the defense can't play defense at that rate for 4 quarters.
No.
More pistol wing T, dive right the middle. Bearcats just look like, if you know NCAA, they ran the engage 8 there. They just brought everybody, and they made a stop for 1 yard, but there is a flag thrown from the referee from the back.
All arrows were pointing to the backfield for the defense, huh?
Referee takes his time, gets in position, makes sure he sets up so everybody can see him nice and clear. Chop block on Gunter there. That's I guess the pick 6 is number 1. This is one of 2 bad things to happen to Gunter on the night. 15-yard penalty, but that might just be to challenge the offense a little, They've marked it 20 yards. No, bad math on my part. 15 yards. So they have it 1st and 25. Ooh. And this is a whistle blown before. This is going to be, it looks like another pre-snap penalty, advanced care penalty on the Gunter Tigers, it looks like.
We were fortunate there. It looked like they were about to hit the end around on us.
Oh, they called delay a game. I didn't see the play call. I didn't feel like it had been. How did the Gunter Tigers get a delay a game? That must have been some clockwork by the guys down below us.
Might have had some hometown help right there.
Yep, so 1st and 30 for Gunter. I don't know how concerned they are. I don't think they've had any 4-play stretch where they haven't gained 30 yards so far. They're in a pistol I formation, snap, handoff up the middle, and they're going to get the first down on this plus some, and plus some plus 1. So 1st and 30, they get 31 yards right up the middle. So, they tried to hand you a gift there and put them way behind the chains, and 1 play is all it took to get the 30 yards needed.
Man, talk about a bevy of backs. They've got Ashton Bennett, Ethan Sloan, Hudson Graham, Rodriguez. They got guys that can run the ball.
Well, this is going to be a run to the left side. Bearcats are going to bottle it up after about 5 yards.
That's Ivy Hellman, number 12. So
they might have put enough guys down on the stat chart tonight to try to track it all. I put down a lot of guys to try to track the stats, but I may not have put the whole roster. Trips right, 1 receiver left, 2nd and 6. That's that rollout draw back to the left side. Ashton Bennett with the carry. Gets a nasty stiff arm, but we're able to ride him down just shy of the first down. Clock is running now, 5.5 and counting in the Maverick Fasteners second quarter. Fit body scoreboard check. Gunter Tigers 42, Bearcats 6, under 5.5 to go in the second quarter.
3rd down and 2.
Gunter's starting to slow down the pace just a little, but they're getting, I mean, when I say that, it's 20, and there's 20 on the play clock, and they snap the ball. And tiptoeing through the hole, spinning, stumbling, rumbling, bumbling, first down.
Ethan Sloan.
Another first down.
1st and 10 at the Bearcat 20.
For the Tigers. On the tackle, 24, Cale Martin.
And I would love to find, like, what are the mechanics of getting the play calls. They're just happening so quick. Snap, drop back to pass, looking end zone, man in position, and the Gunter Tiger receiver makes the play on the ball. Touchdown Tigers. That was number 5, Cannon Lindbergh. So the corner on that side was in position. I think he kind of gave himself up just a little early, turned his shoulders and jumped a half second early, which allowed Lindbergh to go up over him and get the ball and come down for a touchdown.
Yeah, looked like it was Crew Chandler, just mistimed his jump. He was in good position, like you said.
The ball was thrown. I thought he was going to come down with it. I think he might have thought that too because he kind of gave himself up a little early. The ball continued over his head for a touchdown.
Left-footed kicker's going to get another chance here.
Snap, hold, the kick is up, and it's in. He made it. 4:52 left in the first half of this game. Gunter Tigers 49, Pilot Point 6. Let's get 2 commercials in, and we'll be back after this.
Maverick Fasteners is your go-to stocking distributor, carrying a full line of fasteners including bolts, nuts, sockets, screws, washers, pins, keys, hex caps, threaded rod, and other fastener-related products. Maverick Fasteners is centrally located in the U.S., which allows them to ship quickly and consistently worldwide, offering same-day shipping on all orders received by 12 p.m. Central Time. Learn more about Maverick Fasteners at mavfast.com.
Hey Bearcat fans, this is Coach Marsh. I know that whenever practice is over and I get home late, the first place I think of is Nick's Italian. You can go to Nick's Italian or you can call it at 940-686-2520. You get great quality food at a great price, not to mention the friendly service that you receive from Nick and his staff. Nick's has been family owned and operated since 2003. You can find the restaurant at 1340 South Highway 377 in Pilot Point, Texas. Support a veteran-owned business in Nick's Italian. Call Nick's Italian and they'll take care of you. Go Bearcats.
Gunter has it teed up for this Southern Junkies kick. And right now, the Bearcats, you're just looking for, you're just trying to look to anything to get going. Just anything to take into anything you can take into halftime and say, hey, we got that.
Yep.
The pick 6 is it, but that still happened so early in the game. It's kind of long gone now. When that happened, it was 12-6.
You had an inkling of hope back then. Aston Kirby finally with the fair catch on the kickoff. So
caught it in the end zone there, man. What a leg here for Hubbard. Every time I ever played Gunter, they had a pretty good kicker. They've always had a good kicking game. Matter of fact, in 2008, we beat them in the playoffs, and we were up 2, and they were driving down the field late in the fourth quarter. They were gonna play it safe. They were gonna kick the field goal to win the game because they had a really good kicker. And Austin Balderas, outside linebacker, took the ball from the Gunter running back and secured the win for us to allow us to move on. Curly Brockman with his carry on first down, and a promising 5-yard carry there by Curly Brockman. Going to set up second. Oh, was that Curly or was that? Yeah, that was Curly.
That was Curly.
Set up 2nd and 5 for the Bearcats. Ahead of the chains. The only time that they've been ahead of the chains like this was 2nd and 5. The next play, I think they were sacked and made it 2nd or 3rd and 10. So let's hope for a better result than that.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6.
Wyatt Smith.
Took the Ish back in the backfield.
He's going to give us one to Ish, his first carry in a while, and he's going to muscle the pile forward and set up our 2nd 3rd and 2 of the game. The last time we had 3rd and 2, we ran into a brick wall on 3rd and 2. We're really aiming for our first Irick Real Estate first down of the game here.
Come on, boys. Let's convert this one.
North of 200 yards rushing here in the first half for the Gunter Tigers. 88 yards passing, but only on a couple of completions. A little bit more. I think it's just at about 100 yards passing. We don't have the first series log, so it's a little north of 100 yards. 3rd and 2.
Oh.
Ish Harris hit as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. 3rd and 2 sets up 4th and 4.
On the tackle, 52, Nathan Nelson.
And
along with number 61.
3 and out for the Bearcats. Punt team heading onto the field.
Peacock.
Yeah, number 52, Nathan Nelson was in our backfield. Ish had nowhere to go.
No, that's running that we were under the center there, handed it to him, heading downhill. As soon as he got his arms around the ball, the defender's arms were around him. So no room to even make anything happen there. Snap. The kick is up, and it's another good one down the Gunter sideline. It bounces, and it bounces straight up. You know, what was it? First game of the year, he had a punt that bounced at the 1, and we said, man, if he can just perfect that ball bouncing straight up, it would be great.
Right.
It's like the third time tonight that the ball's hit. I'm thinking it's about to take a good Bearcat bounce, and it bounces straight up or sideways. Yep, so.
Can't get an end-over-end bounce when we need it.
49-6 here for the Tigers. 3:03 left in the second quarter, which seems like it could be an eternity of time. They still have 3 timeouts. Just don't forget, everybody. I know part of the idle chatter on Facebook, which is always interesting, but lots of talks about the school bonds coming up. So the Bearcat Insider did their podcast with Todd Southern, superintendent. I think he put answer a lot of questions, and a lot of people help understand that better.
It's coming up at halftime.
Coming up at halftime. Yep, we'll be airing that here. We won't be interrupting it, so it's just going to play. We'll come back with the second half. The second half starts. 4 or 5 yards there on first down. Look at 4 yards there for Gunter on first down. Number 6, Cade Dodson, and it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Gunter Tigers. Going to be a sweep out to the right side. Bearcats scraping over good.
Ooh,
and Ish come out and took care of the blocker. Yep. Number 24 there for the Bearcats. Cale Martin makes the tackle. Good play there by the defense. They scraped down well. Ish took care of the lead blocker. Kel Martin comes back from the backside and makes a tackle.
It's going to be 3rd down for the Tigers.
Setting up a 3rd and 4 for the Tigers. And now, like I said, I say they're slowing it down a little. They're waiting for the call. They normally snapping the ball with 20 seconds or more left on the play clock, and they're definitely slowing it down. They're just not getting lined up 12 seconds. Snap. It's going to be kind of a reverse to number 11. The Bearcats were in good position. Overran it just a little and allowed the Gunter Tigers to get to midfield, which is a Gunter Tiger first down.
Good job setting the edge, turning back up, but there's no way there to make the tackle before we get the first down.
One thing I wanted to bring up earlier, but I was so caught off guard with the Gunter speed. Tonight, running out of the tunnel, the Bearcats honored their classmate Daniel Flagg. Cheerleaders are wearing shirts in his memory. The run-out sign was in his memory, so it was really nice to
see a lot of fans in the stands.
Yep, wearing 11 shirts that say Flag number 11 on it. Just paying tribute to him for this game. Would have been a senior this year, and so it's nice to see them honoring their classmate like that. Advanced care penalty there on Gunter. Looked like a pre-snap penalty, 5 yards. Gonna say 1st and 15 at their own 45-yard line. Minute 44. Clock is running here in the first half. I formation, pistol, snap. And it's going to be a drop back pass, but Hudson Graham is going to scramble and run. And he's going to lose 2 yards. There is a flag up the field. I'm interested to see what it is. Hopefully it's on the Bearcats.
He dropped back like he was going to pass, but there was nobody out on a passing route.
Second half of this game, let's get real active in the chat. Send us where you're at, who you are. If you have any questions, let's get interactive on the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page. Like we highlighted a few times in the broadcast, lots of content that you won't know about if you don't subscribe, because some of the stuff's not advertised. Some of the stuff comes out earlier than advertised. So there's a lot of content we're working on, and just throughout the course of what we do at PilotPointBearcats.com, we're going to be continuing to bring you more. Look like another chop block on the Tigers there, so it's going to set up 1st and 30. Run up the middle, and couldn't bring him down. The first guy, the second guy grabs around his waist and drags him to the ground. We're going to go to a Pilot feed out-of-town scoreboard check with a minute and counting left in the first half.
Yeah, and our District 4 3A foes, Paradise, is losing 12-6 to Millsap at halftime run. And then Brock's in a battle, 14-6. They're up on Iowa Park at halftime.
Sweep to the right side. Ashton Kirby comes off this block and makes a good tackle, setting up a rare 3rd and 9 for the Gunter Tigers tonight.
It's 3rd down and 9.
But they're back to some tempo here. 3rd and 9, drop back to pass for Graham. He's going to look deep, and he's throwing it deep. Ashton Kirby has a chance to make a play. And he goes up, knocks it down, makes a safe play. And it's going to set 4th and 9 from midfield. 27 seconds left with what the Bearcat offense has done. The Gunter's going to punt it. I think it's a good decision, because I was about to say, with what the Bearcat offense has done tonight and this and that, go for it, see what happens. But last thing you want to do is not convert and then give the Bearcats any positive note to end the first half on, if you're the Gunter Tigers.
Yeah.
We're going to punt it deep and see what sort of Hudson, just like a lot of small schools here, your quarterback is your punt returner, your kick returner, and your punter. So he's lined up deep to punt. Back Ashton Kirby at about the 13-yard to field the punt. The snap, the punt is a good one. It's up in the air, and it's going to bounce at the 17 and take a Bearcat bounce back. And it's going to,
It's spotted at the 16.
So it must have bounced at the 13 and took a Bearcat bounce to the 17. But that's about par for the course where the Bearcats have been starting most of their drives this half. But 18 seconds left in the Maverick Fasteners second quarter. Fit body scoreboard check. Gunter 49, Pilot Point 6. There's 6 coming on the interception return for a touchdown by quarterback Wyatt Smith. Bearcat offense taking the field. I wonder, if they're just going to get a run and get into the half and try to regroup and try to come up with some stuff here.
Yeah, we're bringing Ish back in the backfield. I'd like to see Kate Carter get involved.
I mean, he's playing that tight end. He's 6'6", give him a chance, right? It's going to be a carry, Ish Harris up the middle, and he's going to get tackled at the 21. It's about 5 yards in the carry. It's going to bring us down under 10.
40, Trey Walton.
And teammates help him up, and that is going to be halftime. So at the end of the first half here at the 2021 home opener for the Bearcats, it's not going their way. So hopefully they get in the locker room at halftime and regroup and come up with some more positives in the second half. Halftime here at Massey Stadium. Gunter Tigers 49, Pilot Point 6. Stay tuned for this podcast with Superintendent Todd Southard. We'll be back in the second half.
Curtis and Holly Peacock are proud supporters of Pilot Point ISD. Peacock family wants to wish all students in the Pilot Point ISD a great 2021-22 school year and encourage them to continue making our community proud. The success of our school district is a true reflection of the quality of students here in Pilot Point. It is always a great day to be a Pilot Point Bearcat.
Hi, I'm Greg Pelzel. Here at Pelzel Printing, we do custom embroidery, custom screen printing, and promotional product. You can reach Greg Pelzel at 940-453-5443. Go Bearcats.
Run.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Bearcat Insider. This is Coach Travis Marsh, and I'm here with Pilot Point's favorite son, Chance Kirby. And we're in the...
Well, when it's 10 with Todd, though, I'm the voice of the people.
Oh, well, you're still Pilot Point's favorite son.
Okay. Just want to start off right.
We're in the Oval Office with Todd Southard.
Oval Office.
And so, Mr. Southard,
yes.
I would assume that much like the last 3 times we've been summoned to the Oval Office, this is bond-related?
Yes,
okay.
It is.
All right. Now, you always kind of say, hey, we need to talk about the bond, which gets Chance and I, gets our brains turning. And so we usually end up coming at you with questions that we have heard and things that we want to address. And so I know in our media guide, y'all took out a page. And so I've read over that. And I'm very familiar with it just from sitting in here with you and talking about it some. But Chance, do you want to get us started, or do you want me to get us started?
You go right ahead.
All right, so we've talked about all these things that bonds can be used for, can't be used for, and the people that are our loyal listeners, they know exactly what this money can be used for. How much money are we talking?
As far as the total bond?
Total bond.
Total bond is $38.4 million is what it is.
Okay, and so $38.4 million, and we know that you can't use that to pay me.
Correct. I can't pay you. I can't pay me. I can't pay anybody.
It's not a personnel thing. It can't be used for salary.
No.
I want to hop in right here. Can we clarify that? I want to ask you a very direct question because I've seen people commenting about it. Can this bond be used for salaries?
No.
Thank you.
It is against
just
the
wanted
law.
to ask that very directly, so there was any question.
It is against the law.
No.
You cannot use bond money to pay for salaries.
So we can't overinflate your salary with this bond.
No.
Okay.
And some would argue it already is. But no, we cannot use it to pay salaries.
So I know speed limit rules are optional for you, but bond law is very much something.
The little ram will run.
Yes. Bond law is something that you care deeply about.
We cannot break the bond law.
Okay.
No.
All right. So we have $38.4 million.
Yep.
What is your real focus here? Or not your focus, but the ISD's focus with this $38.4 million?
To me, the most important part of it is purchasing the land. That's probably the biggest, and that's why it's the majority of the bond. $20 million of the $38.4 million is on land purchasing, and so that is. I don't know if that answers your question or not, but that's the biggest part of it.
Well, while we're sitting here talking about purchasing land and needing $38.4 million, and we're going to purchase land, while we have our representative Irick Real Estate,
yes,
Chance Kirby.
Well, why is it so important to purchase land now?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. That's what I want to know.
Well, I have a theory, but
is it going to get cheaper, Chance?
I would like to hear Todd answer the question.
Okay.
No one cares what I think.
It's true.
So, to answer the question, no, it's not going to get any cheaper. It's going to become less and less available. It's a need. It's going to happen. It's a pay me now or pay me later situation. We want to put schools, that is plural, schools in certain spots around the district to be prepared for the growth when it hits. We're trying to lay the foundation. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get things lined up to be able to put schools where we want them. The longer we wait, the more expensive it gets, the less likelihood that we'll be able to put schools exactly where we want them.
Yes, but past results are not indicative of future returns, but land generally goes up. What is the footprint for a high school? How many acres approximately?
Minimum 100 acres.
What's the footprint for a junior high?
You're probably talking 30, 35 on that.
What's the minimum footprint for an elementary school?
Minimum of 10, you want probably about 15 just to be safe.
Well, being the voice of the people, and the belief is out there that you and the city should just work together and get a developer to just give you that 100 acres for a high school.
Why not?
Why not?
It's just that easy.
Now, what I know from having been involved with various boards on the city, that doesn't happen.
No.
And my view, correct me if I'm wrong, the city, while they're a good partner with you,
right,
the city has to worry about itself and generating its own revenue. The city generates revenue
correct
by having lots and rooftops. If you ask the city, and I know you can't speak for the city, but if they go to a developer and say, kind sir, will you give us 100 acres that we can then give the school to build a school? Minimum numbers. The city gives up 400 homes, taxable properties.
Right, and you're talking about probably somewhere between $4.5 to $5 million worth of land.
Correct.
And so there's no way. You know, that's one of the arguments that I heard when we first started this process was, hey, Todd, go ahead and see if one of these farmers or somebody will go ahead and donate you that 100 acres. Well, it's awfully nice of you to be willing to donate somebody else's land for them.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about generational wealth. You know,
exactly.
And so that's not going to happen. Now, the city and us, we do have a very good working relationship. I talk to Britt all the time, and so he gives me a lot of heads up about things that are coming. These developers will work with you. Some of them, not always, but a lot of the times it will. It just kind of depends. Again, it's not a guarantee.
It's on an elementary school.
On an elementary school.
It's
right.
Still 48 homes, but
correct,
it might be an advantage to have a draw.
Right.
But the idea that someone would give 100 acres, I would love to see one example of that happening.
I have never heard of it.
Now, the argument between this bond and the city, as far as the bond, has been intertwined with the city somehow because the city is trying to raise some taxes, I believe, to generate revenue too.
Yes.
So the city, it's terrible in one respect because in the argument when people switch to the school, they're saying, hey, city, give up revenue to help the school, and it just doesn't work that way. And then the city accomplished, in my opinion, one of the biggest things they've ever done is by acquiring and helping bring that hotel project to town, which is estimated to be a $7 to $10 million project. Now, educate me on this. That seems like a win for everybody.
It is, because we'll get our cut off of that as well.
And you don't have any kids to educate, and the city brought in, and the city spent money with working with the EDC to make that happen.
Right.
That's a project that actually benefited the school.
It is a win-win situation.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, when you look at like a Denton, their taxes are not quite as high as what Aubrey Gunners are, for example. Yes, they're a fast growth, but they also have all that industry sitting out there that they can tax, that there's no expenses that come with it. No one lives in Walmart, okay? But that's a huge, building right there that they can tax and get funds off to help. So that's why they're not maxed out at 50 cents on the INS side.
But
okay?
To your point there of Denton's not being very high, even with all those commercial rooftops, after our tax rate increase, we're still going to be lower than Denton.
We're still going to be lower than Tioga.
And so that's even after post-bond.
Right.
We're still not jumping local districts that are right around us.
I mean, we will still be lower by quite a bit. Yeah. We'll be lower than Tioga. We'll be lower than Aubrey. We'll be lower than Gunter. We'll be lower than Sublina. I mean, so the amount that we're looking at going up, that 10 cents from $1.22 to $1.32, when you compare us to everybody else, we're still low middle of the pack.
Well, go ahead, Chance.
No, I'm sorry to blow up your run sheet, but I just got a couple things I want to get out. Because like I said, I know what people are saying, and I want an opportunity for those people's questions to be asked to the man in charge, but also want his opportunity to answer them. So you take all of this in. Some people are upset, well, why didn't y'all do this 5 years ago? And that is a great question, and I don't understand why you didn't. Well, but I also feel like...
For one, it wasn't you.
It wasn't me.
But still, you are the man in charge now, so you catch it all. But I also don't understand, that is a great question, and I don't have the answer, but then also, why do you feel that people are wanting to punish the ISD by voting this bond down because you didn't do it 5 years ago? That makes no sense either.
I know, and we've said it before, is the fact that we can't go back and change the past. I mean, I've had probably, Chance, at least 35 to 40 people in here that I've talked to one-on-one, okay? And I've heard it more than once, is exactly what you've said, is we should have done. I get it. I know. Trust me, we'd be in a lot different situation had we done it, but we're not. And so to be upset with the ISD or to say, you know what, we should have done this a long time ago, I'm going to vote no, well, that still keeps us in the hole that we're in. And so I don't get that thinking. That's just me. I just don't get that thinking.
Well, and along that same line of thought is you're not proving anything to the ISD. But what you're hurting are the future Bearcats that come through here that we're behind.
Right.
And it's not, you're not hurting Todd Southard by saying no. You're hurting little Jimmy and little Johnny and little Jill.
Right.
That are going to have to go to middle school in the same place that Chance and I went to high school.
That's exactly right. This is not a Todd Southard thing. This is not whoever someone may have an issue. This is a kid thing.
Yeah.
This is to help the kids. You know, if this bond passes or it doesn't pass, I still make the same amount of money.
Yeah, you're not hurting Todd. You're hurting Cooper and Avery. You're not hurting Coach Marsh. You're hurting Michael, Miles, Matthew, and Malaya.
Right. And so it's just one of those deals to where I think, everybody kind of gets a little bit fired up sometimes about it. Sometimes you kind of got to take a step back and say, okay, big picture, what is this going to do for the kids?
Well, and speaking along those same lines, as much as I and I'm sure Coach Marsh believe that we need a first-class indoor workout facility similar to Melissa's. You ought to go over and take a look at that.
It's unreal.
What keeps you and what ensures that if I vote and we pass this bond, that like people believe happened in the past where you took their money and then you put turf on the field and you I saw someone said you redid the field house. I don't know what field house they redid because I haven't seen it
Neither
yet.
one that I visit daily.
Yeah, and built a softball field in their mind. Well, what keeps you if I vote and pass this bond and I go out and speak for it and then you build a Melissa indoor workout facility?
Right. Well, jail. I mean, because it's illegal. One of the things
that might
would
excite some. It might pass. That's the biggest endorsement you've given.
That may have been the ticket.
Yeah.
So no, we whenever you do things that are major sports type things, even administration buildings, those have to be on a separate proposition on the ballot. So it's not like we can say, all right, we're going to pass this $38.4 million for land and upgrades to facilities, and all of a sudden it gets passed, and we go, hey, we're going to build a new football stadium. Can't do it. Illegal. Can't do it. Okay. The other part of that too is obviously this is going to be the first bond of many to come. So the likelihood of us passing any subsequent bonds, well, that chance goes down tremendously as well. I mean, we've got to do what we say we're going to do. Period. End of story. There has been a history of a trust issue between the district and the community. We're trying to get that back to where it needs to be.
Which is why you're doing this right here.
That's exactly right. We're trying to be as open and transparent. This is what the situation is. Here's what we're going to do.
And I promise this is my last question.
I'm just waiting.
As you look at your watch.
I'm sitting in the bullpen waiting on you to finish.
You can't, you said earlier when I asked directly, you can't use it for salaries.
Right.
Can you use any of this bond money to create new positions in the school?
No.
It's not a people thing.
It's not a people thing. It's a capital outlay. It's buses. It's land. It's buildings.
So you can't build up the administration by creating new positions.
No.
Okay.
No. And so what we have done is we've looked at how we have been allocating our funds that we have out the M&O side. That's where you can pay people, absorb some positions, move some things around, and be able to do some things that we needed to do. So the big driver in a lot of this stuff has been the realignment. I mean, that gave us a $400,000 pool of money that we already had budgeted and figured out ways how to reallocate it. I mean, we were smart with our money. That's just the fact of that matter is. We were smart in what we needed to feel like. We had the SRO at the elementary school, okay? Gave the aides a raise, gave the office ladies a raise. We just basically took that $400,000, looked at how we could shift other spots around, and that's what we did. And it's the same amount of money.
Gotcha.
That's what we did.
I turn it back over to you, Travis.
Are you sure?
I'll try to be quiet. There's a lot of things out there people want to know.
Well, this is something that people want to know.
I'm
looking at this handy chart that
Yep.
I have in front of me. If I look at this correctly and we all vote yes and we get this thing done, which in my opinion we should, it looks like per month it's going to cost me $22 roughly.
Yeah, if your house is the average house is $300,000.
Yeah,
so $23 bucks.
$22 a month.
Yep.
So, in order to provide future Bearcats with a great place to go learn and to set us up for success, I can either shovel out $22 or I could cancel Netflix. So, cancel a couple of Dr. Pepper No Ices from Sonic, and I can account for my $22.
Correct.
Now, my parents, they're both over 65. They don't have, well, they do have kids in the house often because I shovel my kids over there as much as I can. What happens to their property taxes since they're really not involved in the school district?
They're frozen, provided that they have gone down to the county, which nearly everyone does, goes down to the county, fills out the paperwork, gets all taken care of. Their taxes are frozen. So even with the passage of this bond, it doesn't affect them. If their house goes up in value by $200,000 next year, you're still paying what you paid.
Okay.
Assuming you do the paperwork.
Assuming that you do the paperwork. That is correct.
And I would assume that'd be through Denton County tax office, whatever it is. Assessor, collector, people.
Assessment, yes.
Okay.
Appraisal people, yes.
Now, this whole process, if I choose not, I live here in Pilot Point for forever, when does that $22 drop off?
Well, it's kind of like one of these deals where I guess it's kind of the question you're asking is actually when it increases. Because
when does it increase? But when am I done with it?
When the bond's paid off.
Okay, so it's like my car payment.
Correct.
When we've paid off our $38.4 million, then
correct,
everything goes back.
Does more growth equal it paying off quicker?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's also cheaper on the taxpayers as well. So if you look, let's say for example, like the $20 million that we have allocated for land.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not going to go out and sell those bonds right off the top. Okay.
Well, what do you mean sell bonds?
Well, you got
educate me, please.
Okay. So what it allows us to do is sell bonds, which in turn gives the district the cash needed to go purchase things. Okay?
And to buy a bond, I buy a bond, and in turn for basically giving you that money, you pay me interest on the money I gave you.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. And so what we would do is, let's say, for example, we've had $20 million allocated for purchasing land. So let's say we find a high school site that's going to cost us $5 million. We'll sell $5 million worth of bonds, take care of it. We still have 15 left that we have not sold. Now, the taxpayer will be responsible for that $5 million. That would make their taxes go up a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. So, but my point is, we're not going to just spend and sell all $20 million at once.
Right.
It's going to be as an as-needed thing.
Okay.
Some of this land, it may take us a year or so after the bond passes to find it and finally settle it on a price, get everything done, those sorts of things. So it's not going to be just boom, all of a sudden your taxes are going up.
Right. Now,
and I can see that because buying land for a school, it's not just finding the acreage. I'm sure utilities are an issue, ingress, egress.
Correct.
There's a tremendous,
Correct.
and I'm not going to ask you what those are because it's going to help people narrow down where it is so they can raise the price of the land. But yeah, I would hope you wouldn't pass the bond and then just go buy land and
you
not
just
put any thought into it.
And you're right. You don't just put a school anywhere. Not any piece of property would work.
Yeah.
You've got to look at road frontage. You've got to look at, do you have 2 or 3 access points to it? Those sorts of things. So, you're right. There's lots of things that go towards it.
Now, to the point of people that are volunteering land, everybody else's land, if there is someone in the community that is willing to donate, sponsorships are available. I'm sure we would name the school after you.
Walk in the front door and let's talk.
Yes. If you have 100 acres,
if you have 100, 150 acres that you'd like to donate to Pilot Point ISD, absolutely come talk with me.
I can give you one. Can I have a classroom? No, but hey, what else about the bond do people need to know?
I think the main thing that people need to understand that this is a bond that is based on needs. I mean, it's based on safety, security. It's based on infrastructure. It's based on drainage. I mean, quite honestly, it's not a very exciting bond. I mean, it's hard to get fired up about a roof. I mean, let's just be honest here.
Unless you're under that roof.
Unless you're under that roof,
very exciting.
Then it's very exciting. Or the HVAC, it's not real exciting unless, if you're at the high school, for example, which, all of them need work, but dealing with that as high school principal for a few years was a nightmare. Those teachers and kids will be very fired up about that.
Absolutely.
I will say that, but the average person will not. It is based on needs. It was priority one things that the committee came through and looked at and said, hey, let's take care of the most important things first, and that's what's on the bond.
Now, kind of the last piece that I have that I want to add, I believe in voter education. I think it's important. I think that's why if people listen to us and people look at the data, I think the way they should vote takes care of itself. But give me a rundown on important dates of voting in the timeline for voting and kind of what we're looking at.
So October 4th is the last day to register to vote. Early voting will start October 18th, and then the election day is November 2nd.
Okay. All right. So October 4th is the last day that I can get registered to vote.
Correct.
Then I can go early vote, and that's when you can go up to the community center and in and out. Takes about
the 18th.
3 minutes.
Yep.
Then after that, it was a November date.
November 2nd is the election day.
Actual election day.
Yep.
So, again, as we've learned with every election that's happened, if you don't like the results of the election, after the election's over, there's nothing you can do about it. So
it is what it is.
If you didn't vote.
If you didn't vote.
Yes.
So I think it's important that people exercise their right to vote and let their voice be heard on it. But, man, I feel better knowing
I do
even
too.
more.
I do have just some few quick questions.
Is it going to be worth the $22 that I'm willing to pay?
These are going to be fast.
Chances come loaded up today. Unusual.
Just in conclusion.
Okay.
Are you going to use any of this bond for salaries?
No.
Are you going to use any of this bond to create additional positions in this school?
No.
Are you going to use this bond to build any athletic facilities, preferably an indoor workout facility like Melissa's?
No.
Okay. That's all
We
I had.
are not.
All right. Well,
unless you want me to go to jail.
Vote yes.
That might be a vote yes. I'm telling you. That might be the best campaign slogan you've done yet.
Lock him up. Lock him up.
Well, that was successful, actually. As always, Mr. Souther, thank you for your time. We always enjoy coming into the Oval Office and learning more. It seems like every time I've come in here, there's been something else that I've learned about the bond process. Voice of the People, Chance Kirby, thank you.
You're welcome.
For being the local contrarian, and
I live for it.
Yeah. Yes. And
appreciate it, guys, very much.
As always, go Bearcats.
Go Bearcats.
Point Bank is proud to support the Pilot Point Bearcats 2021 football season. Open your real free checking account with Point Bank and show your Bearcat pride with a Point Bank school logo debit card, custom designed with the Pilot Point High School logo on the front. Visit pointbank.com to know more. Point Bank. Your neighbors love us. You will too. Member FDIC.
Pilot Point Feed Store is a locally owned, family-run business built on service. Established in 2003, the Shawn family's experience, knowledge, and exceptional customer service is unmatched. Pilot Point Feed carries a large selection of feeds for all types of animals. While you're there, be sure to visit the retail department and boutique, offering name-brand clothing like Double D Ranch and Tasha Palese. They also have ranch supplies, deer feeders, cooking grills, home decor, furniture, gifts, and much, much more. Pilot Point Feed, more than just a feed store.
The National Fellowship of Raceway Ministries provides Christian outreach for auto racing all across the United States at dirt tracks, short tracks, and racing venues that include NASCAR, IndyCar, and ARCA racing, and many other series. We train chaplains and create opportunities for local churches to get involved in fan outreach. We understand competition in sports events, and we work hard to provide a positive influence in the midst of auto racing action. Learn more at racewayministries.org. And meanwhile, go Bearcats.
Rhine Construction has been in the business for over 20 years. They offer an extended array of custom barns, buildings, fencing, and barn dominiums. Custom work by Rhine Construction is full service. From design to completion, they ensure your vision becomes a reality. Rhine Construction provides free estimates for your metal building or fencing project. Contact Rhine Construction to turn your project on paper into a beautiful barn, shop, home, or fence at allenrheineconstruction@gmail.com or call Allen at 940-367-4698.
Hello. Hello. And we are back. Sorry for the mic check there. I couldn't hear myself in the mic. Well, we're about 50 seconds from the end of halftime. Gunter's on the field. Pilot Point getting ready to run out here. Maybe a little delayed here, which is par for the course on how this game's gone so far. Let's dive into some stats here. This is an interesting one.
It's been a tough one.
Yeah, so Gunter Tigers, 100 yards passing, 262 yards rushing for 362 yards of offense. The Bearcats so far, 8 yards passing, 33 yards rushing for 41 yards of offense. They have yet to get a first down in this game, and the one and only part of this game that they've won so far is the turnover battle, which they did intercept a Hudson Graham pass and take back
White Smith with a pick six.
But that's the one and only bright spot of this game so far.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's been tough sledding for our Bearcats. Not much going our way.
Yeah, so let's get into some individual stuff here. Curley's the leading yardage maker for the Bearcats, 7 carries, 23 yards. Ish Harris, 7 for 13. Wyatt Smith only has 2 carries, -3 yards. Crew Chandler with the only catch, 1 of 2 catches, 1 catch for 3 yards for Crew Chandler. Puga, 1 catch, 5 yards. You go to the Gunter side, Hudson Graham passing 4 of 9 for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. I guess he has 3 because he threw one to us, that 1 interception. Rushing, though, he also has 107 yards and 8 carries, 13.4 yard average, another 2 touchdowns on the ground. Sloan, 6 for 106 and a touchdown. Rigsby, 4 for 28. Dodson, 4 for 12. Reed, 1 for 6. Hellman, 1 for 3. Bennett, 4 for 18. Rodriguez, 3 for 28 for a team total of 24 and 262. So the Bearcats going to get the ball to start the second half, looking for anything they can get their hands on to grasp good stuff. Fair catch, caught, 5-yard line, Ashton Kirby. High school rules, very similar, exact same as the college rule. When you fair catch it, even if you catch it inside the 20, you're going to get the ball out at the 25-yard line. So the Bearcats going to take the ball right in the center of the field at their own 25-yard line. One of the better, the 25 is the best they've had it, the second best they've had it. They had it at the 25 a couple times now. They had it at the 35 once earlier.
Yeah, I don't think we've got it past the 38-yard line yet.
Yep, our statistician Nortman over told us Bearcats haven't gotten past their own 38-yard line yet left in this game, and that's wild because they started a drive at their own 35. So nothing good to speak of from the offense in that half. They had one bright spot on the defense. But this game's a 4-quarter game, so at least they have a half here to try to get prepared for Peaster next week and to try to build some momentum. I'd like to see them roll out Wyatt Smith in the pass game, try to get that sharp.
4 wide.
He's going to just quick pass, a little curl route to Aiden Cox. He's going to catch the ball, get out to the 29-yard line. There's 4 yards on first down. Just trying to get ahead of the sticks here. Chase Watkins commented, "What is up on the chat?" Let's get active on the chat here. Love to talk with you guys some second half material here as the Bearcats offense tries to get something going and the defense tries to mount some stops. 2 receivers right, 2 left for the Bearcats. Wyatt Smith takes the snap, and he's going to hand off to Curly Brockman, who has what appeared to be a little bit of space on the left side. He spins out of a tackle, and he gets our first Irick Real Estate first down of the game. Slippery Curly Brockman with the spin move. Gets us out across the 37, 38-yard line for an Irick Real Estate first down for the Bearcats. Finally got that one out. Good thing that, Irick Real Estate first down, trying to get some of these sponsors in the second half that we didn't get to in the first half. And there's one of them.
Curly hitting the double O button on the PlayStation right there.
And they're going to throw a slant route to Crew Chandler.
There it is.
And they're going to throw a flag. Number 4, Rigsby, got his arm around the back of Crew Chandler just a little early, interfered with the pass. So that by penalty is going to be our second first down.
Yeah, it was actually really good coverage there by Caden Rigsby, but he had his left hand on Crew's hip, kind of pulled him back, and the official saw it.
So the Bearcats on the march here to start the second half.
This 50-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. Trips bunch right for the Bearcats. New formation. I've seen it once this game. Hadn't seen it before. Snap, and it's going to be a handoff to Curly Brockman. He's going to try to get outside of that bunch. He stiff arms number 11. Number 11 is able to drive him back with the help of some of his teammates. We have a flag. It looks like it might be a hold on the Bearcats. I don't know if that was a flag that came out late on the Gunter sideline. I don't think it was.
No, I think it's a hold on.
Well, I thought I might have saw a second one. I know this advanced care penalty is going to be on the Bearcats a hold. Yep. But I thought I might have saw one late with an extra dog pile that the Gunter Tigers did. So what looked to be promising, like we were going to cross the 50, has been marched back 10 yards, and it's going to be 1st and 20 at our own 38.
Darius Williams. We have your Little Elm High School ID.
Trips bunch left for the Bearcats. Snap roll out towards the bunch. Thrown to Ashton Kirby in the flat. He's going to get his arms on it and catch it out across the 41. The throw was not in a position where Ashton could catch it and do anything with it. He just made sure to bring it in, move the line of scrimmage up 4 yards or so, and it's going to be 2nd and 16 from the Bearcat 41-yard line. 2nd and 17. Two receivers right, 2 left for the Bearcats. Wyatt Smith takes a snap, drops straight back to pass. He throws it up, swings out to the running back who's going to catch it and have a little bit of space. Curly Brockman catches it, gets another maybe 3 yards there, and it's going to be 3rd and long for the Bearcats, 3rd and 14 roundabout. Utilizing the running back in the passing game there, swing out pass. We're doing a battery change in John's mic, so he's gone radio silent on us here. Bearcat offense looking over toward the sideline to get a call from Coach Marsh. He's relaying it in, wearing his bright orange shirt with his spat on his wrist and his fingers taped. It'll be trips left, 1 receiver right, Curly Brockman to Wyatt Smith's right in the backfield. 3rd and 14, 3-man front for Gunter. They're going to bring 4. Wyatt Smith sails it down the sideline, has a man with a step, but it's going to be a bit overthrown. And it's going to be 4th and 14 for the Bearcats. And the highly worked punt team for the Bearcats comes out on the field for this 4th and 14.
Getting a lot of action.
Yeah, trying to get across the
punt team.
Yeah, tried to get across midfield there almost, but penalty backed us up, and incomplete pass on 3rd and long is going to lead to this punt.
Be 49 and 15.
Hayden Cox, who just ran the go route, has to hustle back and now be prepared to field the snap and punt the ball. Hudson Graham still the return man. He's going to low line drive. It's going to bounce and take a Bearcat bounce. 20, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7. Ball rolls to a stop as it rolls out of bounds at the 7-yard line. So
got the end over end roll that we were looking for finally.
Yeah, so Gunter gets an opportunity to really add to the yardage total here. The Bearcats are going to have plenty of field to try to mount a stop here. One or the other. So in the first half, Adam Hill asked on the chat when the last time Pilot Point beat Gunter was. At the time, I only knew they were 0 for their last 5. I used the Pilot Point media guide to go back and saw September 18th, 6 years to the go. 2015. 6 years of the day tomorrow. Yeah, September 18th, 2015. The Bearcats had their last win over Gunter, 21-16. But it doesn't look like it's going to be that way tonight. This is a first down carry to the left side, and Ish Harris is going to have to try to run him down, or this is going to go 93 yards. Ish Harris is going to run him down. He's going to push him out, but not until he gets down. They go from the Bearcat, or Gunter goes from their own 7 to the Bearcat 10, 9-yard line. So that is going to be 83 yards on the first carry of the game of the second half for Gunter. So we were looking to see us come out in the second half with maybe some answers, and we did get a first down on our drive, and then we got a first down by penalty. Gunter's first carry goes for 83 yards, and they go from deep in their own territory to deep into our territory into the Point Bank red zone. So Pilot Point's got to bow their necks and make a stop. Looks like a lot of the starters are still in for Gunter. You still got Hudson Graham at quarterback. You got Sloan and Lemons in. They're going to run a little sweep left to right with Bennett. He's going to get the corner 10. They're going to be a holding. I thought I saw a holding that allowed him to get the corner, and they did end up calling it. He's Gunter. Everybody on this Gunter team is getting after it. So I see guys down the field blocking, getting after it. Guys on the kickoff, guys on the kickoff return. So they're not just quick. They're not just running at a really ragged pace. They're also physical. A lot of people, from what I've heard in Gunter, think this is probably one of, if not one of the best team they've ever had.
Certainly look like it.
That's saying a lot. They state champions 2 years ago. They were in the state championship game last year. They've always been a pretty good program. For a school this small, they don't have a ton of guys going both ways. Aston Bennett, who's a middle linebacker, running back, but he's really not the focal point of the offense, but he does get some carries. That's one of the few that are going both ways. Tight pistol I formation, and speaking of Bennett, he's going to get the carry, drag a Bearcat back down to the 10, so that's around where the original line of scrimmage was. So it was first and goal from the 20. That's going to be second and goal from the 10-yard line. Fit body check, 7:07 and counting left in this third quarter. 49-6, Gunter Tigers. Clock's rolling in this half pretty good. Gunter's still moving at a pretty quick rate. Snapping the ball. They're at the line of scrimmage. There's 20 seconds left in the play clock. They'll be snapping it here soon, I'm sure.
Looks like they're finally slowing it down.
They are slowing down there. They were in position with 22 seconds left, but they waited until 10 to snap it. Sweep left to number 6, and we're going to have a corner make contact and just push him into the pylon for a touchdown.
That's Cade Dotson. He's just a sophomore. He's the one that had the long run, and Ish had to run him down as well. He's got good speed.
Yep, so I didn't, a corner got off a block and was able to push him out, but not out of bounds. Push him out of the corner of the end zone. He got in the end zone before the contact was made. They're not going to attempt the 2-point conversion. They're going to bring the PAT team on to kick the extra point to try to make it 56-6. I would feel like it's pretty safe to say that if you bet Gunter on this with the spread, you were probably going to win your money tonight.
Yeah, they're not having a problem covering those 19 points.
Yep. The snap, the hold, the low line drive kick, but it goes through. Man, I would have hated to get hit with that one. So after each team has had a drive in the second half, Gunter Tigers 56, Pilot Point 6, 6:37 left in the third quarter. We'll be back after this.
Pelzel Barbershop and Salon and Southern Junkies has been home of the Bearcats since 1973. Whether you are looking for a classic crew cut or the perfect game day outfit, we have you covered. We carry a few fan favorite brands including Hey Dude Shoes, Judy Blue Jeans, Z Supply Clothing, and Orleans Candle Company. Come check us out on the north side of the square in downtown Paula Point or online at www.southernjunkies.com. southernjunkies.com, and that is Junkies with a Z. And don't forget, go Bearcats!
And we're back for the Southern Junkies kickoff. Ashton Kirby, Crew Chandler back deep. I wonder if they're going to get an opportunity to return. 6:37 left, 56-6. Gunter with the commanding lead, and not relenting yet. John made a prediction that he thought things would change after the first drive of the third quarter. Now that we're through that with the Gunter offense, next time they have the ball, we'll see if that was correct.
A little miscommunication.
Miscommunication by the return man, but either way, ball bounced through the back of the end zone. Touchback all the same. Bearcat offense coming back on the field. We'll see what they can do with this one. Last one, we got 1 first down on our own, 1 first down due to a Gunter advanced care penalty. But almost got across into Gunter territory, but that was cut short by a penalty, and then subsequently couldn't get back, make up that ground.
Got a Curly Brockman sighting. Ron, he's back in the backfield again.
There's a chant going on down here in the student section. Not entirely sure what it is. I think they're calling for a defensive lineman to enter the game. I think I'm hearing a "We want Gavin."
I think
would be an interesting. I want to know exactly what they want.
Like the refrigerator, they want to put him in at fullback and run the dive play.
This is one of those games. Let's mix it up. Who knows, right? Looked like there was a pre-snap advanced care penalty in the Bearcats. They're backing us up. Whitesmith under center. I left formation, fullback to Whitesmith's left, running back behind him. Running back is Curly Brockman, who gets the carry, and he's gonna make 1 or 2 men miss. He's slippery.
Work,
he's slippery. 4 yards on the carry after making a couple men miss. Looks like he's out there dodging traffic.
Okay, like Barry Sanders, he had to run, 15 yards and 10 different jukes to get 4 yards, but hey, whatever it takes, Curly.
We got the Bearcat Booster Club concession stand that has all kind of good stuff and funnel cake.
2nd and 11, Whitesmith snaps, handoff to Curly Brockman along the right side, who just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage after a slip. Russell Jones, I don't know if you can hear the PA announcement, but he is going through the concession stand options right now.
Home gate, they got all kind of great stuff. Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
$3 chili pies tonight.
French fries, funnel cakes, condiments.
Are those free? Those free, Terry?
But no ketchup.
No ketchup. Man, what a shame. Is there a ketchup shortage? Blame it on the pandemic.
There was a question from the gallery behind me asking if ketchup was on Terry Slay's approved list for diet food. Ooh, almost a one-handed catch there by Ashton Kirby. Wyatt Smith throws a bullet on the deep slant. Ashton Kirby is able to get one hand out and could almost bring it in, but not quite. Going to force another punt.
Yeah, nice effort by Ashton. He just couldn't bring that thing in. It was coming in hot. Just got his right hand on it and bobbled it. Yeah, couldn't bring it in.
I'd like to see Wyatt, why he stepped up and ripped that one down the field. Just maybe an arm length out of reach. Aiden Cox is going to have lots of film to send the recruiters on his punt game tonight. This one's a towering high punt. Fair caught by Hudson Graham at their own 45. And we're going to go to one commercial and see what the Gunter offense looks like when we come back.
Connect your life to the world with Speed of Light Broadband. In the age of information, the internet is no longer a convenience or luxury. It is an essential element of the human experience. The internet has changed the way we think about and interact with the world. At Speed of Light Broadband, we unite communities to this universe of information through fixed, high-speed wireless broadband connections. Speed of Light Broadband's internet service is faster and more reliable than DSL or satellite connections. Speed of Light Broadband. We bring your home and your community into the digital future.
And we are back. We have some changes here. Number 12 in the backfield for Gunter, but he hands it off up the middle, and it's going to be 4 or 5 yards there.
Ripped the ball out.
Fumble after the whistle was blown dead. Forward progress had been stopped for quite a while. Number 12, Ivy Hellman. So number 12 is in at quarterback for the Gunter Tigers. John, take over for a second for a moment.
Yeah, Ivy's a junior coming in for Hudson Graham to spell him a quarterback. He's listed as a slot receiver and defensive lineman. That's an odd combination.
You'd think they'd have a clearly defined backup quarterback, considering they're a pretty good team.
Yeah, they've kind of blown out every opponent they've had. Now they're nursing the clock a little bit. We're down to 5 on the play clock.
And this is going to be a dive up the middle of the left side. Ish Harris, I believe, coming up from a safety position, putting a helmet on the ball carry after about 3.5 yards. It's going to set up 3rd and 4 for the Gunter Tigers.
That's Braden Hinton, the sophomore running back. So they're definitely using new cast of characters on this offense.
They're running in the play from the sideline.
Oh, old school.
Man, oh man. I think there was an inadvertent air horn from the Bearcat cart. 3rd and 4 here for the Gunter Tigers. Pitch out left. And they're gonna get the corner. It might come back because of a hold. But right now they bring him down at the Bearcat 15. But there is a flag on the ground back at the Bearcat 41. We'll see what the call is going to be. Puga is trying to plead his case. I think he's going to have drawn a hold. It's coming back. Now, I mean, we're going to be a 3rd and 14 here for the Bearcats defense.
Make sure you call him Puga. So I'm getting beat up about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Chance Kirby's hit. My pronunciation guide in the Bearcat media guide was not accurate, so I'm going to put that one on him. But I did get the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant sponsorship correct tonight.
It's good leadership quality to
throw him under the bus.
Blame Chance.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, the Ernesto's Mexican Restaurant mistake I was making, that one was on me.
Yeah, it's hard to deflect that one.
Well, where the penalty happened, it's not going to be 3rd and 15. It's only going to back up Gunter 2 yards from where the line of scrimmage was on the last play. But, nope, they were just slow to mark it off. So we'll see where they put it. Who knows? 3:02 and counting left here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to mark it 3rd and 11. Third and 11, the Bearcats have a chance to force their 2nd punt of the game. First came at the end of the first half. And run up the middle. They can bring him down. They have accomplished it, but I don't know if they're going to push him out. There is another flag in the backfield. That was not enough for a first down, but it would be like a 4th and 2. No, they better accept it. Yeah, they want to accept it. It would have been 4th and about 3 if they didn't accept it, but they decided to accept it, which is going to push them back to 3rd and 21. Last time they had Gunter pushed up back at 3rd and 30, or it was 1st and 30.
1st and 30,
and they went for 31.
Right?
Yeah. Well, they didn't just convert it on the next play. 1st and 30, 31 yards.
But they had Ethan Sloan in at that point. I don't see him in the ball game.
Andy Mendoza getting some playing time on this Bearcat defensive line here right now. Dak Morgan in. PJ Scruggs, who had a big week last week. It's going to be a pitch out to the left side. Trying to set the edge. They eventually do. Only about 1.5 yards on that 3rd and 21. Going to force the 2nd Gunter punt of the game. First came at the very end of the first half.
Yeah, really nice tackle there. Looked like it. I thought it was Aaron Stripmatter. I thought it was 62, but the voice of Massey Stadium says it was 52. Cole Eft.
Nonetheless, Gunter punt here. Graham takes the snap, and it is a pretty good punt down the right side. It takes a Gunter bounce at the number. It's going to roll down, and this is exactly what the Bearcat offense needed. A Gunter punt to roll down to the 1 yard line before it's down. So the struggling Bearcat offense is going to have, the referee gave him a bit of a spot there. 98 yards to go on this coming drive. And we'll see that drive after this break.
Sunset Pools of North Texas helps people build custom pools for their perfect backyards. Even if the perfect backyard includes an outdoor kitchen, fire pit, or more, Sunset Pools of North Texas does it all. Shane Blagg, the owner, is a proud Bearcat alum who has built pools in the Pilot Point area for over a decade now. Good luck to the Bearcats this season from Sunset Pools of North Texas, where your backyard dreams become a reality. You can visit Sunset Pools at sunsetpoolsntx.com. That's sunsetpoolsntx.com.
Coming out of the break, 1st and 10 from our own 2-yard line. Bearcats get under center. Wyatt Smith, quarterback, sneaks it out to about the 5, so 3 yards there. Minute 15 and counting here. Fit body scoreboard check. 56-6. Gunter with the lead. Pilot Point has 2 first downs on the night. Gunter, other than that, has pretty much had their way on their defensive side of the ball. Looking at the front here, they got 2 wide tackles, a deep middle linebacker. That's an opportunity to run that quarterback sneak game. They run it, a dive play there, get it out to the 7, 8 yard. Get out to the 8-yard line. Be 3rd and 4 here for the Bearcats, and they're blowing the play dead. Curley's helmet had come off, so we're going to get an Ish Harris back in this game here for this play that Curly Brockman has to come out.
About 4 for the Bearcats.
I think Curly just wanted some FaceTime with the camera.
Helmet off, letting everybody see it.
That's right.
Here we go.
Show the flow.
Yep. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Wyatt Smith rolls out to the right, and he underthrows Aiden Cox out in the flat. Would have been enough for a first down, but it's incomplete.
Would have been a first down, like you said.
Yep, and here comes the punt team again.
The pass incomplete to number 1.
Aiden Cox has done a lot of running a route and then running back to punt.
That is correct. 23 seconds left in the quarter. Imagine we're going to punt here, get a Gunter play, and break for the quarter. So we'll just stay through all that and take our commercial break at the end of the 3rd quarter. But this snap's going to take place at the 7. Aiden Cox is in his own end zone. Snap, good field, and a high pump, but fairly short, fair caught at the Bearcat 38.5-yard line by Hudson Graham. So with the 17 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, figure we just stay here, get this next play, and then go get a couple of commercials at the quarter break. We got a out-of-town scoreboard check that we can queue up here at the end of this quarter.
I think so.
It's Pilot Point feed, out-of-town
scoreboard. Get this thing refreshed. Yeah, Paradise is up 19-12 over Millsap. And Brock is starting to pull away from Iowa Park. It's 27-6, 9 minutes 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter in that one. And Peasters, they've got a bye. We play them next week, so I'm sure they're here scouting.
They're not going to. They're not getting a whole lot out of this.
No.
I don't think they have the players that Gunter has to do what they're doing.
I don't think so, but man, Peaster, their quarterback is coach's son. He's having a good season.
So we run to the left side, broke through the line of scrimmage before he's brought down after about 9. Excellent tackle there by Ish Harris. Form tackle, wrapped him up, ran through him, brings him to the ground. And 5 seconds of counting. At the end of the 3rd quarter, it is Gunter Tigers 56, Pilot Point Bearcats 6. We'll come back on the other side for the 4th quarter, sponsored by the Peacock family. We'll be back after this.
In 2014, Uppercut Granite was founded with the mission to provide the highest quality fabrication and installation services to home builders, homeowners, and commercial contractors in the DFW and southern Oklahoma areas. With more than 50 years of combined experience in the countertop fabrication industry, the partners of Uppercut Granite possess the skills and expertise necessary to complete even the most difficult projects. Visit Uppercut Granite showroom at 1235 JC Lane in Pilot Point, Texas, or call 940-765-3525 to schedule an appointment. Go Bearcats!
And we are back. Team's still huddling up, getting ready for this 4th quarter. I'll tell you, I liked the pace that 3rd quarter was played with. The clock was rolling, got a couple first downs that quarter, so. But we're going to start this 4th quarter with a Gunter 2nd and 2 from the Bearcat 31-yard line.
Shout out to my old high school quarterback, Chad Cole. I think it's his birthday today, so I saw on Facebook. You got a He's the head coach of the Reedy Lions. They got a win yesterday, 35-25 over Frisco Heritage.
Yeah, I wonder if Reedy is that in Frisco?
Yeah, Frisco
that's
Reedy.
where Coach Keith Peacock just
That's
came
right.
back from.
Exactly.
So.
He was on Chad's staff.
Glad to have Coach Peacock back. Speaking of Coach Peacock, fourth quarter brought to you by the Peacock family. And this initial carry of the fourth quarter is going to be a carry for no gain. Number 62 for the Bearcats on the tackle.
Aaron Stripmatter.
That is correct.
Nice tackle.
Shout out some of these sponsors we haven't really got to get a lot of shout outs to tonight. Irick Real Estate First Down, or Irick Real Estate. Bearcat Nutrition Den, Point Bank, Pelzel Printing, Nick's Italian, Chandler Cabinets, Pilot Point Feed, Advanced Care Penalty, Uppercut Granite, Rhine Construction, and the Custom Roofing and Construction. Haven't got to mention a lot of those names tonight. Oh, a little miscue. Oh, wow. What luck by the Gunter Tigers. On 3rd and 1, backup running back runs into backup quarterback. Backup running back Tony
Frere
almost ends up on his butt.
I thought it was going to be blown dead. I thought he might have had a knee on the ground.
And right before he goes down, he's able to stop himself from going down. The Bearcat defense was in position to make the play with what was supposed to happen. But that redirection gave him enough to get the first down.
He was able to bounce it to the left side.
No, I watched the replays, definitely. He was still up. He was still up. So it was clean. Not a replay of last week.
It wasn't a Winky Williams.
No, not a Winky Williams. 1st and 10 from the 22. Pitch out to Frere again.
Good blocking.
And Bearcats do an excellent job of not letting him get the edge. The corner on that side, I believe, Chandler or Aston.
I think that was Aston Kirby.
Aston was able to force him out of bounds. And after only about a 1-yard carry there.
Yeah, Gunter Tigers, they hold their blocks very well. Aston did a good job shedding that block from his cornerback position, coming up and making that play.
I'm excited for the Bearcats to wear the black jerseys. It's much easier to identify the numbers from up here.
Yeah, black numbers on the orange jersey is kind of hard to decipher.
Yeah, this is going to be a pitch out to the left side. Bearcats stretching it well. Great tackle by Stripmatter. Ish came to help him finish it out, but Stripmatter brings him down for a 4-yard loss. It went from 2nd and 8 to 3rd and 12. Excellent job by Aaron Stripmatter. They're not letting him get the edge.
Yeah, he's tackled well tonight. And it's one of those things where you could see a drop in effort, but Aaron's still bringing it.
Last week the effort was so apparent because it was so obvious we were a lot better than DeKalb. I don't feel like this has been an effort thing tonight. The Gunter Tigers they're so talented and they're moving at such a fast pace. They're just a good football team. But the Bearcat defense is finding their rhythm here against some of the backups for Gunter. Cade Carter there makes a tackle. They get back to the original line of scrimmage. So here comes the special teams for Gunter. So the kicker, same kicker that has been kicking off, has a leg. Logan Hubbard. Watched him pregame. This would be a 38-yarder. I think this is within his range. He had some high kicks and he had some low line drives. This is within that range. Snaps a bit high, but they get it down, they kick it. It's going to be long enough. Distance. And it is through the uprights. 8:39 and counting in the Peacock family fourth quarter. Add 3 to the scoreboard. 59-6 Gunter. And, well, they're not at 60 yet.
No.
Speaking of that, reminds me, we talked about it at halftime. 59 always jumps out at me because we played a homecoming game in 08 where we were up 59-0. And earlier in the game, some of the players asked if Coach Felt would allow me to kick the extra point. I didn't ask. Other kids asked in my behalf. And he said, you know what, if we score another touchdown, yeah. They said if we score again, Ryan can kick. We have our 3rd string quarterback in with our backup offensive lineman. It was 4th and 14, but we were like too close to the end zone to punt, too far to kick a field goal, kind of no man's land. The snap goes over the quarterback's head. I have completely let my guard down. I'm not kicking this. Quarterback fields a snap, acts like he's about to run left, but ends up rolling back out to his right. There was no defenders left. He ran it all the way for a touchdown. I got to try to attempt the PAT and missed it wide right and kept us from winning 60-0. We only won 59-0.
Didn't you hit the turf with your foot or something on the
I
kick?
did. I was terrified to hit the kicker or the holder's finger. So that was some confusion again on the fielding of the kickoff, but Kirby picks it up and gets it out to about the 19. I think there was some turf that actually went farther than the football did. The football went 1 yard farther than it needed to go through the goalpost. It was just wide right. But there was some turf that I think landed on the track.
Yeah, for me in '92, we were blowing out S&S Consolidated. They actually they had a 6-0 lead. They ran the opening kickoff back on us. They were winning 6-0. I guess it upset us because then we rattled off 76 straight points to beat them 76-6. But I'll never forget. I'll let you call this play and I'll get back to it.
Wyatt Smith takes a snap, hands off to Curly Brockman along the left side. He's going to turn it up and get contacted at about the 22, falls forward to the 24. 5 yards on the carry for Curly Brockman.
So my angst against Terry Slay comes from that game, though, because late in the game, the rumors started on the sideline that we needed to score one more touchdown to break the one of the all-time scoring records in a single game. And I'm on the sideline, and we got like a pick six or something, and they called a penalty. Let's call this
Wyatt
play,
Smith drops straight back handoff up the middle. Curly Brockman back to the line of scrimmage before he's dragged back. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bearcats.
Anyways, I think it might have been Paul Dennis. I think he got a pick six, and a flag comes out. But I was on the sideline at that point. It was late in the 4th quarter, and Terry Slay comes over the PA and calls me for the penalty. So I got people coming up to me, man, why'd you clip on that play? I'm like, dude, I'm right here on the sideline. How could I commit that penalty?
3rd and 5. Wyatt Smith takes it, rolls out right, looking to throw. He has a man in the flat. Aiden Cox catches it, and that is going to be an Irick Real Estate first down before Aiden's pushed out to 33. I swear, I mean, John, you're a little older than me, minister of 90s Bearcat football. Terry Slay must just be ageless.
Oh,
considering
he's 100 years old.
If he was doing it when you were in high school, like, I mean, we talked to him before the game. We're going to actually have him on the pregame show next week, and that's one of the things I want to get to the bottom of, exactly how long he's been doing this. Weissman hands off to Curly Brockman. He has a good little sidestep there, makes the guys miss, gets up the field to about the 37-yard line.
He came in the locker room, gave us a pregame speech one time, and I said to somebody, why is there a 12-year-old trying to pump us up before we play Collinsville or whoever it was, you know? I think Terry was in his 20s.
Under center, eye right. Wyatt Smith takes a snap, drops straight back, hand to Curly Brockman, spins out of the tackle, but a couple other Tigers are there to drag him down. Bearcat lineman showing some nastiness down there. Alphonse Ortiz giving a Gunter Tiger the business there at the end of that. 3rd and 5, under 6 minutes to go. Terry's calling it a 3rd and 4. He appears to be right. He's been doing this a while, like I said. Pistol formation, running back, Curly Brockman. Oh, it's going to be shotgun. Curly Brockman's going to go to the right of Wyatt Smith. Snap, looking to pass. Cade Carter running down the seam. Oh, but there's no one on the right side. Wyatt Smith's going to run 50, 40, and he's going to get out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Another Irish Real Estate first down, and that's our first Bearcat Nutrition Den big play for the Bearcats here with under 5.5 to go in the 4th quarter. We're playing the fight song to a first down, John.
Man, it's been a long time coming.
Here we go, lined up. Clock is running, 5:15 and counting left in the Peacock family 4th quarter. Wyatt Smith takes the snap, hands it right to the middle to Curly Brockman, finds a little bit of space out across the 35, down to the 34, be 3 yards.
Brockman on the carry. On the tackle for the Tigers, number 21, Tony Ferrer. It's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Will we get in the red zone, Ryan?
The point bank red zone is just really calling our name.
It is calling our name.
Slant route, Aiden Cox is going to catch it and get another Irick Real Estate first down to the 25-yard line. We're approaching it. We're coming up on it to the point bank red zone.
Let's keep it going, boys.
First and 10 from the Tiger 25. This is the first drive the Bearcats have gotten into Gunter Tiger territory. And we're on the move. Under center. Snap. Pitch out to Curly Brockman. Picks up a couple blocks. He's going to have some space inside the 20. Down to the 19. Now we are officially in the point bank red zone. You know what? You know, there's not a lot to really rave about in this game. It'd be nice to end the game with a touchdown.
End on a high.
End on a high. Get into your first district game next week, and that's where it really matters. Next week we will be in Peaster. For all of you that can't make the drive out there, John and I will be there, bringing you the broadcast with technology willing. Fumbled snap. Wyatt Smith gets right back on it. So 2nd and 4 is going to turn into 3rd and 4.
Peaster is 3-0. They beat Monday 55-0. They beat Alvord 56-12. They beat Fort Worth Trinity Valley 40-28. Then they're off. They're off this week.
I don't know anything about those teams, but we do know Peaster is a young program, up and coming, getting their feet under them. You know,
second
Wyatt
year
Smith sacked on the play. Looked like he was going to have some time to throw it, and then the left tackle just good play. Number 56 comes around the edge and gets the sack. That's Harper Culp. And the Bearcats are going to have 4th and 10 from their own 25. See what they decide to do here. No Aiden Cox, no Ish Harrison on this play. Big 4th and 10. Wyatt Smith in at quarterback. It looks like number 3 is next to him.
A little bit of confusion on the formation.
Good snap, drop straight back to pass. Got to step up in the pocket. Pressure, gets rid of it. Incomplete. Same man on the pressure for Gunter, number 56, Harper Culp. And that's a turnover on downs. Pilot Point finally got into the point bank red zone, but couldn't make hay out of it. And the Gunter Tiger offense is going to get the ball with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the 4th quarter, sponsored by the Peacock family. Just good old-fashioned speed rush around the edge there by number 56 for the Tigers. 1 sack, 1 quarterback pressure that forced Wyatt Smith to throw the ball away.
Reminder, next week, the Bearcats travel to Peaster.
Gunter Tiger offense coming back onto the field. The Bearcat defense is in position there. Still clapping, still doing their part. It's been a long night for them.
Absolutely has.
Hellman takes a snap. It's going to be a handoff and nowhere really to go.
On the tackle, number 20, Jacob
Leister on the tackle.
Number 3 for us. That's Colin Lynch.
Colin Lynch in the game.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle by him. He was on the offense last time. He was playing running back, so he must be spelling Curly Brockman, who's spelling Ish.
He's playing some outside linebacker.
Playing some middle linebacker. Gleiser's in there. Cale Martin's playing some linebacker. Got Puga playing some linebacker. Up the middle, Carey Gleiser's going to drag down the running back after a few yards. When I say a few, they're going to get down to about the 34-yard line. Going to set up a 3rd and 1. Minute 5 and counting. Just a couple more plays, and this one's going to be final here in Pilot Point.
Looks like Stephen Rodas is in at free safety.
I think Gunter can take this down under. They're going to take it down under 40. I believe this will probably be the last play. And it's going to be a run up the middle. It's going to get just enough for a first down. They needed 1. They got 4. But with under 24, I don't think Gunter's going to run another play. And it only takes one jackwagon to ruin a good thing in the chat.
It's got a nice bot name.
Yeah.
Real tough.
Yeah, guys who don't want to put their name on it. I get it, though. It's what you grow up in the internet age now, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bunch of trolls.
Yeah, well, this one is final. Gunter 59, Bearcats 6. We will be back next week in Peaster, but between now and then, you'll have the Bearcat Insider recap of this game. We'll have another custom roofing and construction pregame show, and we will see y'all next week in Peaster. We're final here for Massey, 59-6. Gunter's going to walk away with the win. Pilot Point moves at 1-2 on the year, and that's final. Thanks everybody for hanging with us tonight, and we'll see y'all next week. Go Bear.
This is Shannon Stafford with Whitney Delcourt of Irick Real Estate. Whitney Delcourt is my real estate professional for all my commercial land and real estate needs. Whitney always demonstrates the highest ethical, moral, and professional integrity. Whitney's impressive market knowledge, her hard-working, customer-focused style, and Whitney's professional service makes Whitney Delcourt the best choice to be your real estate professional.
All in.
Do I need to power down first?
Yes, sir.